never easy growing up. About time I read a book to distract myself from this reality. Oh, it's been a couple years, I feel the same. Guess I'll never really learn this fucking game, but I'm here to play it now. I don't wanna cry again, even if I lose a friend. You say you had good intent when you hurt me. You do it all again, that's so loose to me. I don't wanna try anymore. Yeah, I won't show up at your door in the morning. Said that it wasn't planned when you hurt me. You do it all again, that's so loose to me. You do it all again, that's so loose to me. Oh no. I don't wanna cry again, even if I lose a friend. You say you had good intent when you hurt me. You do it all again, that's so loose to me. I don't wanna try anymore. Yeah, I won't show up at your door in the morning. Said that it wasn't planned when you hurt me. You do it all again, that's so loose to me. I wanna go back in time to when things were easier, before it got all complicated. Oh, just give me the strength to move on, cause I don't really wanna move on. I gotta do what's best for me. I don't wanna cry again, even if I lose a friend. You say you had good intent when you hurt me. You do it all again, that's so loose to me. I don't wanna try anymore. Yeah, I won't show up at your door in the morning. Said that it wasn't planned when you hurt me. You do it all again, that's so loose to me. Oh no. I don't wanna cry again, even if I lose a friend. You say you had good intent when you hurt me. You do it all again, that's so loose to me. I don't wanna try anymore. Yeah, I won't show up at your door in the morning. Said that it wasn't planned when you hurt me. You do it all again, that's so loose to me.
I think it was a Honda, a 99 that we drive and play Nirvana. It never started right away, it didn't wanna let me get too far from here. I was still too young to realize that these summertime drives, they don't last your whole lifetime. I think it was a Honda, I run another light to get through the night. Scared as shit, but I know that I'm alright. We were 17, pure like kerosene. You protected me, you were my sunscreen. You protected me, you were my sunscreen. I'm running out of karma, I don't think that I'll make it any longer. But with you by my side, I feel stronger than I've ever been before. Ever been before, ever been before. I was still too young to realize that these summertime drives, they don't last your whole lifetime. I think it was a Honda, I run another light to get through the night.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to a rare Wednesday stream. Very rare Wednesday stream. Oh my god, it's been a hot minute since I've streamed on a Wednesday. But hello. We're doing this again. Mainly because I didn't stream on Saturday or Monday. So I wanted to get in a little bit of extra time hanging out with the community. So we are out here today. We're going to be playing some Power Wash Sims, so it's just going to be low energy vibes, just chilling out. Rare Wednesday Girbeagly, that's me. Hello to everyone. I hope that you're just ready for chill, because that's all today's going to be. We're just going to be streaming for like a little while, probably not too long, probably like around like an hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that, until Morgan's ready to stream. And we'll obviously pass the stream on over to Morgan. So just very laid back vibes tonight. Very much looking forward to just like hanging out. So yeah, thank you to everyone joining. Very excited to honestly just like turn my brain off and play Power Wash Sim, because I've been loving Stray. I've been really loving Stardew, but there's just something about the simulator games that gets me coming back. I'll probably be doing some like more House Flipper at some point soon too. All these games with the like endless gameplay loops like this that are just about like cleaning up stuff or tidying up like an area or whatever, there's something about it that like scratches a certain itch in my brain. So I'm very excited to get back to just like washing shit in Power Wash. So ready for chill. I have a feeling I'm walking into a hellstorm tomorrow, because if I don't walk into one, I'm causing one. Uh-oh. Well, I hope that that can be avoided. It's never fun. Ooh, House Flipper. Yeah, House Flipper honestly was dope. We didn't get as deep into it as I wanted to, but it's gonna happen. So glad for some very chill vibes. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm very, very excited to get back to some Power Wash. Anyway, chat, since I don't have a lot of time with you tonight, hit me with some good news right off the bat. If you have anything good to share, as long as it's something we can all comfortably enjoy together, doesn't have to be anything big, even, small stuff that you're proud of, please let us know. And hopefully we'll be able to obviously encourage you and congratulate you here in chat as well. I won't be able to read most of it, just knowing me and how my brain turns off and I start like rambling when I read like one piece of good news, or just due to the sheer volume of it that comes through. Please, please, please lift each other up, celebrate each other's good news, but please share some with me, because again, this is a Wednesday stream. I normally don't stream on Wednesdays, so I'd like some just like good positive vibes, some good energy. Again, we're just going to be vibing and having a lot of fun. What's up? Good to see you here. Early night gang. So true, Jacob. Yeah, we're doing early night gang tonight. Good news, my parents managed to find a storage unit for all my extra stuff, and my brother was able to upgrade the internet. Hell yeah, Corey, very good. I'm very glad to hear that, even though everything you're going through is like so stressful right now, that there are people who are supporting you, and there's like sort of a contingency plan as far as like what is going to be the next steps. I know that I already like replied to your one tweet about it, but if you need anything, please feel free to hit me up via DM, and I will do my best to help you out. All I have is that I got extra hours at work today. Well, that's wonderful, Phoenix. I'm glad that that's something I'm assuming is going to help like pad the paycheck a bit and whatnot. Good news, I've got getting a bunch of stuff done the past few days and feel excited to work for the future. House of May, isn't that such a great feeling when you're like, I have a goal, I have sort of a plan, or at the very least I know where I want to be? Honestly, it's very fulfilling. I feel better than I did the other day about clearing my socials and contacts. I mean, sometimes you just need to unplug, sometimes you need to just like start from fresh or like clean the slate or whatever. Indeed, thank you. Hey, no, you're working hard. You should thank yourself. I hope that you're able to like treat yourself to something nice. My good news is that my boyfriend bought me 2 Pokemon Go card sets. That's so sweet. Out of the like 10 packs that I got 2 full art rare Hollow Mewtwo V cards, and apparently they're worth like 50. Dang, yeah, the alt art like Mewtwo's are like pretty dope. That's very cool. Congrats, you beans. My parents and brothers are building a room for me to stay in. Thanks, Brian. I really appreciate it. That's wonderful. I'm really happy to hear. I mean, that's a lot of effort, and they would not be putting themselves through that much effort if they didn't care and if they didn't want to be there and supporting you in some kind of way. I'm sure that they're just as frustrated by all the shit that you've shared on your social media about like how crappy your landlord is. I'm just really happy that you have that on your side as far as a support system. Good news, we got a new puppy, and she's so soft and fluffy like a little cloud because she's a Great Pyrenees. That's so cute. I love that. Oh, my God, puppies. If you have a moment to post the new puppy in the Pet Serotonin, I'm going to, like, shout out the Pet Serotonin chat room on the Discord every single stream, I feel like, because, oh, my God, I love the Pet Serotonin. It's nothing but good vibes. Please go, if you have not joined the Discord or if you've not been active there in a while, go at least look at the Pet Serotonin chat room. Add pictures of your pets. We're always looking for more because some people aren't having a good day or month or week or whatever, and it's really nice to have that, like, there. It's just like this very, like, unoffensive, like, very, very just cute place. I love it. Everyone hypes up each other's pets. FOMO and guilt have mostly gone away at this point. I'm feeling good. Awesome. Very good to clear your mental like that. Good news, I didn't feel overwhelmed while at Walmart earlier today despite the massive amount of people there. That and my back/hip doesn't hurt today, so I'm happy about that. I'm very happy to hear that you're not, like, in pain or anything. That's wonderful to hear. Good news, finally found the strength of kicking myself in the ass into putting my life back in control, physically and mentally before the end of the year. That's going to take a lot of effort, but I'm determined to succeed. Listen, you are so much stronger than you think you are. You're doing great. You got the support of this community at your back. We are going to be rooting for you every step of the way. We're so proud of you for taking that initiative and setting your sights towards a goal that you want to accomplish. Any progress is good progress, and those days where you need to just, like, rest and, like, you know, just be, and you're not making progress, hopefully you're not beating yourself up on those days. We'll be there to remind you that you're on the right path and that you're doing great. How did I not post a picture of Peanut sleeping in her toy box? Oh my God, you have a picture of Peanut sleeping in a toy box? That's so cute. I love that. I need to get more pictures of when we have this little cat tree that, like, we bought from, I think, like, Five Below. It's just like this, like, really cheap, crappy one that's made out of, like, particle board and, like, felt over it or something. But it's got, like, a little scratching post on it, and it's got, like, a little dangly, like, rattle ball on it, and we piled a bunch of his toys on top of it just so that they're sort of out of the way, and he likes to go over there and just flop on top of it and sort of, like, lay on a bunch of the toys and occasionally, like, bat the scratching post or the toys, and it's really cute. I gotta get, like, video and, like, photos of that to put in the Pet Serotonin Discord because it's so cute when it happens. It's not super common that he does it, but when he does it, it is adorable. I love that so much. Yo, what's up, Jenna? Welcome to the stream. Posted, she's such a goofball sometimes. That's so cute. I love that a lot. Cats are just so funny because they're just like, hey, it's a box that I haven't laid down in before. It's time to, like, make this my space. I actually adore that. I love that so much. So thank you for posting that. Again, if you don't know, if you're just sitting here lurking, or if you're, you know, intently listening to what we're talking about here about pets, the Pet Serotonin channel on the Discord is literally the best place on earth. If you're having a bad day and you just want to see a bunch of cute animals being cute animals or goofy or whatever, go to the Discord. I promise you it's going to improve your day. Even if it's only temporary, even if it's only a little bit, at the very least it snaps you out of that, like, negativity hole that you might be in. It just, like, helps you, like, come back to reality a little bit. I love it. Lucky to be surrounded by amazing friends and family members that are of great support. I'm grateful for that, as that's wonderful to hear that you have that support system there. So weird because she has very comfy bed, but for some reason the lumpy toys are comfier. I always wonder about that because Sig will, like, jump onto the bed, right? We have this, like, really comfortable, like all these comfortable covers and everything like that, pillows, everything. And he, for whatever reason, if they're, like, the remote control for the upstairs TV is on the bed, or I put my cell phone down, or there's, like, something I'm unpacking from, like, a trip, or we've, like, put, like, new clothes that we bought from, like, the store on the bed, whatever it is, like, anything we set down even for a moment that is clearly lumpier and more uncomfortable and probably more pokey and everything like that, he lays on that instead, and I'm like, bro, you got this whole, like, 99% rest of the bed that is, like, fluffy and comfy that you love. Like, why aren't you laying on that? Why do you see the thing and go, I have to just try out, like, laying on this? And then once he lays down, he looks uncomfortable, and he'll, like, shift around and be annoyed that he's laying on the thing. And I'll be like, bro, you chose to do that. Like, you can move now. Just stand up and move. What are you doing? Why are you just, like, such a lazy weirdo? It's so strange. Felix is currently laying down in a piece of styrofoam that came with the packaging from our new air fryer, but the idiot hates his actual bed that I bought for him. Right? Yeah, Sig like barely ever sleeps in his like actual cat bed ever. Like he goes through phases where he'll do it, but like most of the time he just finds weird uncomfortable places and looks pissed off. Like we did it to him and we're like, we didn't choose for you to lay there. Why are you choosing to lay there, you weirdo? So funny. Also, congrats on the new air fryer. God tier choice. Yo, what's up, Undead? Welcome to the stream. My good news is I finished organizing my room, so now all I have left to do is my laundry, and everything will be clean and organized neatly. Hell yeah, we love that. Declutter. Doing your chores, like getting things done so that your environment feels nice and clean and good. I love that. Very good stuff. Literally tried to place him in the bed, and he acts like he's afraid of it. Yeah, Sig will, like... If we pick him up and we put him in the bed, he'll just like stand there in the, like with his paws, like standing up in the bed, looking at us like, why did you do that to me? And then he'll walk away and we'll be like, bro. But then randomly, like just on a random Tuesday or something, he'll just be like, I'm going to lay in this. And this is like my bed. This is the place I want to be. And we're like, bro, it's been there the whole time. It's comfy. It's got blankets in it. It's got little toy, like it's got catnip in it. All this stuff that you like. And you're just not ever in it? What? But then when you actually want to be in it, you're like, this is the best place in the world? How did I not know about this place? Like, bro? I understand the hype of air fryers. They're so convenient. They're so good. Oh my god. Please make French fries, tater tots, mozzarella sticks, jalapeno poppers. Egg rolls are awesome in them. If you buy like frozen egg rolls, holy shit. Morgan and I will sometimes do like fish, like breaded fish fillets in it. Oh my god, it's so good. It's so awesome. Never once seen Felix in his bed ever. Oh my god. Mini corn dogs? Oh my god, mini corn dogs in the air fryer are gods here. Holy shit. If there's a tier list on tiermaker.com, that is like best foods to air fry, I will definitely do that as a tier list. I will be rustling up someone's jimmies with that, I'm sure, but I look forward to it. Yeah, pizza rolls. Yes, absolutely an array. Oh my god, pizza rolls in the air fryer is like ascending to another plane of existence. My dog has a Snoopy bed and she uses it as a toy, but God forbid I use my blanket for me. She literally takes one pillow and blanket from me every night. Oh my god. My cat has a water fountain and a water jug and likes to exclusively drink from my bathroom sink. It's every time we buy Sig a new toy, we're like, okay, you have this new toy. He plays with it for like 5 minutes and then is way more interested in the packaging. Always, every single time. Ain't that the way? They should like, I bet that it would be a huge hit if you just sold branded like cardboard boxes and branded like plastic packaging that you should be putting other things in but don't actually have anything in them. If you sold that as like oh, this is branded like Catco plastic wrappers or Catco cardboard boxes, people would probably buy them and the animals would love those. Like seriously, that's so funny. More good news, I got to meet a girl from the Netherlands. I'm in the US that I became friends with because of Unis Honest yesterday, and I got vegan donuts that were so good. Beans, that's wonderful. That's so great. Last night, Peanut was crying out in the living room, so I called her and she came scampering and brought me her toy. It was so cute. I love that. Reba made me mozzarella sticks in her air fryer while I was visiting, and I was immediately obsessed. Oh my god, mozz sticks in the air fryer are so good, right? So awesome. That's how I was as a kid. Give me the box. That's so funny. I love that. I mean, animals are basically like little kids. They're just like ridiculous, right? Peanut will play with one toy and then go get another toy to play with. Oh yeah, sometimes when we give Sig a new toy, it's like it reminds him that he owns a different toy. He'll be like, oh, this is kind of fun, but like my catnip mouse from like 8 months ago is way more fun. I'm gonna go get that. And it's like, dude, why do we spend any money on you ever? Like, why didn't you just play with that old toy that you've had this whole time? What is wrong with you? My aunt just got, my aunt got my dad an air fryer and the food from it is amazing, but it gives off the most weird smell. You got to make sure, hopefully they're cleaning it between every use, because if you don't clean it between every use, the oils and the fats and stuff will like burn and smell awful. It's called the white smoke issue. You guys know me. I do a little bit of reading on air fryers and best practices. I'm very serious about my air frying. But if you're not cleaning it after every use, you're going to get white smoke, which smells really bad. And it's typically from oils burning inside of the air fryer. So make sure that they're like really scrubbing that down. Otherwise, it's going to be stinky. And then sometimes if you scrub it down with like soap and water, and if you don't wash off all the soap, then that will burn and that will smell really bad too. So just some tips and tricks. My guinea pig will get so many chews and toys and hay for her teeth, and she continually tries to eat her plastic hidey or her food bag. I mean, that's just animals in general just want to make our lives way harder, right? Very sophisticated adults drinking Pink Whitney and Sprite with air-fried mozzarella sticks while watching BTS videos in her living room. I mean, that sounds like a pretty chill time. White smoke, yeah. Ours also came with a note that it could have a weird smell that should go away with the fruit. Yeah. So that's the other thing is I'm sure that there's like, you know, just the residue from like the factory. First like couple weeks, sometimes you're just going to get the weird smell, but those are all the best practices right there. So thanks for the tips. I'm going to bring it up. Okay. Also, old oil and grease is a fire hazard. Yeah, that too. You also obviously don't want that igniting inside of an air fryer and ruining your very precious machinery. She has this mouse toy that squeaks and she loves it, but doesn't actually play with it. Instead, she picks it up and drops it just to hear it squeak because she likes the sound. I love that, though. She also just catches real mice and then will poke them with her nose just to hear them squeak. Oh, no. I'm sorry that you're somewhere that has to deal with, like, mice so much, but at least you got a resident mouse catcher. Again, I've talked about this before. Sig is the most useless hunter in the world. Even if it's just a bug, he just pokes it until it's pissed off. So I cannot imagine what his reaction would be if we had any mice or rats in the house. I think he would freak out. I think he would, like, his heart would explode. Like, he'd be, like, too freaked out by, like, what is in my house? Like, why are they here? Are they here to eat my food? Oh my god, if they're here to eat my food, I'm gonna lose it. Like, I feel like that would be what Sig would do. And then he would be, like, really afraid of it. He wouldn't do anything. So, not so much here, but my last place said, got it. Hope you're all having a good one. Yo, what's up, Brookie? It's so nice to see you. I hope that you're having a good one also. Welcome to the stream. It's so nice to see you here. Those of you just joining, by the way, tonight is obviously, like, a very out-of-the-ordinary stream. I normally take Wednesday completely off, but I didn't stream on Monday or Saturday, so I wanted to make sure I got a little bit of extra FaceTime with everybody. We're going to just be keeping it as chill as possible with some Power Wash Sim. Back on my Power Wash bullshit. It's been a long time since I played, but I'm so excited to get back to it and just turn my brain off and hopefully allow you to have, like, a little bit distraction from the stresses of the world as we all just hang out and talk about whatever while we blast a bunch of digital objects with digital water. After that, Morgan's going to be streaming probably sometime around like 9:30, 10 is what she told me, or like 9:45 I think at the latest is what she said. So I'm not gonna have a lot of time with you tonight, but I'm excited to just hang out and again just spend as much time together as we want to spend. Only thing my cat hunts is his own tail because he forgets it's there. That's cute though. Felix hasn't caught anything other than like flies yet, but he does just try to get inside the stupidest places to be a nuisance. That's also cats, though. Sig knows he is not allowed in the closet in the bedroom. We have, like, an open-door closet, so there's no, like, barrier for him. But there are, like, hanging curtains in front of it that Morgan put on, like, one of the hanging poles. And so that is, like, enough of a barrier that it normally deters him from wanting to go in there. But every now and then, he'll just randomly decide to crawl in. And we won't know where he is, and then he'll just crawl out, like, mooing and yelling like he does. And we'll just be like, dude, why were you in the closet? Like, there's nothing in there. Just stacks of clothes and stuff. Why are you in there? There's nothing fun. Get out of there. If there was any mice or other rodents in my house, my cats would just complain about it. Yeah, that's exactly like what Sig would do. He'd just be like, hey, someone should take care of this mouse. And it's like, but dude, you're the cat. That's your job. Why? Oh my god. My dog plays with bugs and it's kind of funny to watch. See, again, Sig does that too with bugs, and it would be a lot funnier to watch if it didn't just like piss off the bug and then we had like a pissed off bug running or flying around like extra crazy in the like we don't want that. Dude, why did you piss it off? You should have just left it alone. Did I tell you about a few weeks ago when our upstairs bathroom was in like the beginning stages of getting renovated and he got in between the floor and the ceiling? I think you mentioned that. That is a nightmare to me. I don't think Sig would ever do that because he's too big. He would like fall through the ceiling if he tried to do that. I don't know. He's just a big boy. I love him to death, but he would absolutely like crash through like our first floor ceiling or something. Mustachio has only caught moths and flies, but she has screamed at us like, look what I found, and leads us to little lizards and frogs. Oh, kind of cute, honestly. Better than finding, like, mutilated lizards and frogs from your cat, right? He was in there for an hour? Oh my god, I thought that would freak me the hell out, honestly, if I didn't know. Like, Sig hides in the basement sometimes, and when he first started doing that here, like, 5 years ago when we moved in or whatever, we got so freaked out because we had no idea where he was. At our old place, he didn't have anywhere to really hide because it was such a small apartment. And then we moved into this house where we have an upstairs, we have a basement, and we have, like, lots of nooks and crannies where you can go and, like, hide and hang out. And so the first time he hid in the basement, which is now just like such a regular thing where if we can't find him, we're like, he's in the basement hiding in like his, what we call the box fort, which is just a corner where we've thrown like a bunch of our old, like equipment boxes and stuff like that we'll need to like pack up, like TVs and monitors and whatever whenever we decide to move. Like, we're pretty sure he just hides in that. So we're like, he's in the box fort, whatever. And by the time we like get back from running groceries or whatever, he'll always like be out of it again. But the first time he did it, we were like, did he get out? Like, oh my god, like who was the last one to like prop the door open? Like, did you see anything like go by your feet? Like, oh my gosh, is there a way he could have gotten out of one of the windows? Like, we freaked the hell out. We were really worried about that. There's a tree next to my window which has a window screen. My cat Blair likes to watch and chase the lizards that crawl on the tree and the window screen. Oh, that's cute. She smacks the window a lot. That wasn't a spider, just a grasshopper, a small one. I'm glad that it wasn't a spider, because I know how you are with spiders. I'm glad that it wasn't a spider for your sake. Xylosol, hello. Hi, welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. We're about to start a little bit of chill power wash, so actually let me boot that up, chat, and you can continue to share some fun stories about your pets and animals and whatnot. Again, we're keeping it very low-key, laid-back, chill tonight. Just vibing out, playing Power Wash, washing off some dirty digital property with our water, with our digital water. All right, give me a second to get this booted up. I haven't played this in such a long time. I don't know if they've actually updated it or anything since I played last, but I freaking love this game. This is a game I used to like main. I mained this game for like a full month straight because I liked it so much. Digital water. Digital brand water. There we go. Oh yeah, we were cleaning this gigantic Ferris wheel, so this is gonna be a hell of a trip. If you've never seen this game, it's literally you are in control of a person with a power washer, and you just power wash stuff, and it's awesome, and it's incredibly satisfying. It is like the best scratch of like an itch in your brain ever. I fucking love it. So I also plan to treat my arachnophobia, but that's not really a priority right now. That's fair. I mean, phobias exist in a lot of us, you know, all in due time kind of thing. We've been watching over a family friend's dog recently, and she's a boxer. She likes to play fetch, but instead of running, she prances like a deer to her toy. It's the most adorable thing I've seen. I love that. People were talking about last night when we were playing Stray about how like cats and dogs that they've had have like pranced like deer, which is just adorable. Last night I was falling asleep and hear this loud noise over and over. Go find what's causing it. My cat was stuck in a paper bag. Oh my god. It's just like the video game Stray. Oh my gosh. That first time in Stray when I got our cat's head stuck in a bag was so chaotic. I was not ready for that at all. By the way, with the new mic, hopefully you can hear my voice over the power washing spray noise. Please let me know if that is an issue so that I can adjust that, since I'm getting used to this thing. It's been awesome, honestly, to get used to, though. It's been very, very good for voice acting auditions so far. So, how's the water gun fight? It's been fun. I mean, we just started playing, so hopefully it's going to be a good time. Hopefully we'll be able to get at least a large portion of this Ferris wheel done here tonight. No dangerous spiders in Switzerland? That's good. That's very, very good to hear. I mean, bugs are bad enough when they're in where we live or whatever, but then when it's the added, like, this thing has venom that will kill you in 2 hours, it's like, I don't like it. I haven't seen anyone play this since 2021. I'm loving this. This game's fucking awesome. I really love this game. I've seen a lot more Twitch streamers give it a try recently, which is cool because, again, especially in like 2020 and 2021. This game was my bread and butter on the channel. Like we played this probably every other stream at the very least. Sometimes just would do full weeks of me only playing this game because I am so in love with it. And it's very chill. It's very, very good stuff. Again, it's just pure serotonin for the brain. And I think, I don't actually, now that I think about it, is there more stuff to buy? There's not more stuff to buy yet that I see. I think we own everything except for the soap nozzles, but I don't use soap in this game because I like to just do it the old-fashioned elbow grease way, you know? We have clothing. I guess I could buy more gloves and stuff. Wow, there is a lot more clothing and suits. Outfit pink. I want to buy that. Sounds good. And then cleaning liquids, mods. This is just, I mean, this is actually just cool. Prima Vista Pro Gold. I like the flower design. I want to be pink and have flowers. They're pretty large ones, but harmless. Fair. I remember getting a new Twitter notification just to see Power Wash stream Twitch from you, and I'm like, again, love it, though. Good. I mean, if it's what I'm known for, it's what I'm known for. I fucking love these games. They're great. All right. We're doing flower. Oh, my God. That's actually so cute. And then we have blue octopus. Wait, we have octopus gloves. What other things do we have? Okay. So we have octopus gloves, and we're wearing a pink suit now, I guess. And we have flowers on our power washer. Brian says mods, and my brain goes, yes. Mods, do something. Do anything. Oh, my God. I mean, I feel like today is probably, because this is like an off-peak day for me. This is not like a typical streaming day for me at all. Mods, you're probably going to have a pretty chill, easy job, which is fine. Please feel free to just vibe. Please feel free to lurk if you want to. So, hello, I'm here. What's happening? We have a bunch of bad guys in chat. Get them. Go beat them up. Assert your power. Make them afraid for their lives. That is the power of the sword. While others were out partying, you were studying the blade. I'll beat him up, BRB. I made Brian summon Jenna. I mean, that's never a bad thing. That's a pretty good skill to have. I think if I ever have to, like, work a different job than being a full-time content creator again, maybe I'll put that on my resume. I'll be like, can summon mods with a simple verbal command. I think that would be pretty cool. People would be like, what does that mean? And then I'd demonstrate, and Jenna would show up to the job interview, and be like, listen, I'm Brian's mod. I will kill you if you don't do the things that he says. And then they'll be like, okay, you got the job. You got the job. So, yeah. My years of retail jobs have prepared me for this moment. They'd be amazed. They would be amazed. Would that not be a really cool talent to have? I think that would be pretty neat. Hug the mods. Call me anytime. Listen, the mods deserve every hug in the world for having to deal with me for years. I am very, very chaotic. I try to keep it very low-key. I try to make it so that they don't have to do very much. But also at the same time, like, I'm not the #1 best communicator in the world. There are times that I just go radio silent for a very long time, and I'm just, like, kind of not around. So the mods have put up with my shenanigans and my bullshit for many, many years, and I appreciate them so much for that. Like, genuinely, like, they've had to put up with, like, a lot of stupid shit from me over the years. And I am so fortunate to have a mod team willing to work with that level of just what's happening now. Because that's the other thing. I guess my approach with, like, running a community is mods are volunteers. I am very, very painfully aware of that. I cannot offer as much as I'd like to offer to my mods. I really wish there was more that I could do for them. But it is one of those things where, like, you know, they're here on a volunteer basis, and I want them to make sure that they know when I say it's a low-key job that doesn't require, like, very much from them at all, it really is that way. It is, like, they don't have to do they do a lot behind the scenes, especially when, like, there's something going on that needs addressing. They do so much to keep you guys, like, feeling safe and cozy and everything. But, like, I don't want them to ever have to feel like they're stressed out and overwhelmed by those responsibilities. Those are things that, like, we've had mods be like, I got to take a step back, or I'm not going to be around as much, or whatever, and there's never any bad blood. It's a, like, yo, that's totally understandable. Do your thing. The shenanigans and bullshit go both ways. So true. So many years that we've been entitled to financial compensation. Oh my God. Honestly, I've talked about that before. I really do wish I was in a financial spot where I could just, like, give my mods, like, at least, like, the same amount of pay as, like, a part-time, like, retail job. I know that doesn't sound like a lot of money, but something that's, like, a mod job, like, being able to pay that much, that's a dream of mine. Like, if I ever get to, like, the level of, like, a really, really popular content creator where I'm, like, making enough that, like, I'm comfortable for the foreseeable days in my future. You know, Morgan and I don't have to worry about bills or rent, or, you know, if a car breaks down, or if there's, like, an emergency medical expense where we have to save up for that kind of thing. If I ever get to that point, I want to, like, make it so that, like, my mods do not ever have to, like, worry about, like, well, not, like, obviously that wouldn't take away all worries, but it would be something that was, like, a lot more of a kickback. Like, I know I brought up a million times before, like, I am very excited for when, like, conventions that I feel comfortable enough to go to. Like, I feel like taking you guys out to dinner is something that I've promised a million times, and I want to be good on that promise at some point, but I feel bad I haven't had an opportunity to do that. Raise an exposure. Yeah, raise an exposure bucks. We know what we were signing up for mostly. Okay, I mean, yeah, that's the thing is, like, that's why we always, whenever we add a new person to the mod team, we're always like, here are the expectations laid out very clearly so that, like, people know what they are signing up for. I always, like, we had a mod in the Discord the other day who was like, I'm so sorry I haven't been around, who's been around for a really long time.
You can drink a drink. Why can't you food a food?
Thank you very much. Thank you so much to Rose for that. Appreciate that a lot. Thank you for the $1. That's a good question. I don't know, because English is a stupid language. But we had a mod who has been around for years, and they were like, I'm so sorry I haven't been around for a while and haven't, like, helped out with mod stuff. I'm, like, very inactive here. And all of us immediately were like, you're fine. You're fine. Like, that's the expectations at the job of modding, is, like, there aren't really expectations. Like, please, please, please don't feel bad about that if you, like, can't show up for a while to help out with stuff. But at the same time, because every single mod on the team, whether it was years ago or if it's currently, again, the expectations are very low. They're very chill. They're very laid back. But every single mod on the mod team has contributed to the growth and to the stability of this community in a really significant way, whether you feel like you have or not. And that is something I can never really fully repay. Because, again, I get people telling me all the time, this community feels really safe. This community feels really chill. This community feels nice and welcoming and inclusive and stuff. It wouldn't feel that way without the people who are leading it a lot of the time, and sort of like doing that sort of FaceTime with the community, having that, like, one-on-one or, like, direct contact with the community. It wouldn't be that way if it wasn't for the incredible mods here. So thank you so much for, like, setting that standard all the time. Expectations laid out very clearly, and then Brian mentions the fine print. There's no fine print! Why has this become the new mod meme? There's no fine print! Oh my god. Meanwhile, back in, like, 2019 or whatever the hell, Brian just goes, hold on, let me do something, and boom, sword by my name. Yeah, that was, like, back in the day, though, where, like, the community was, like, streams had, like, 10 people in them. And it was like, oh, okay, well, this person has been around forever. And especially back then, honestly, if anything, we have more of a, like, if you become a mod, expect to do this, or are you comfortable doing these types of things if you are required to do them at any point, which we won't pressure you to do. Back then, it was the Wild West, where it's like, you have a mod sword now, and I don't really know how to tell you how to mod. I don't have any rules for it, so just go wild, do your thing. So if anything, the expectations were probably lower back then, if I'm gonna be honest. I get you. It's just funny to look back on. Yeah, it was always like hey, you've been around for like 5 years. Bing! Oh, you're a mod now. Now that person who is, like, being an argumentative jerk in chat is now timed out indefinitely. because you have the power to do that. And I will trust your judgment as a mod, and I will always, like, back you up for that. That's one of those things where, like, I have a lot of mods who I really appreciate it. They'll run by decisions with me, and they'll be like, hey, I saw this, and, like, I just preemptively, like, time them out, or I was thinking, like, should I, like, you know, issue a warning for this or whatever. And a lot of the times it's, like, before I've looked at Discord for the day, and it will just be mod-to-mod communication where they're like, yeah, I think that's a good call, or like, oh, let's, like, rephrase that, or like, do it this way instead. And they're just so good at communicating with each other. They really are the ones, like, running a lot of the behind-the-scenes stuff that, again, most of the community doesn't see, and doesn't realize, like, when you're like, oh my god, this community's the best. It's because the mods have set that standard and done that work behind the scenes. And it's not because I've asked them to do that. It's because they're just inherently good people. They are here to make people feel included and to have fun. And I fucking love that about them. Like, it's just, like, very, very awesome that they do that. So, yeah. It's like when you VIP someone now, just, like, hang on every keyboard clack. Yeah, I mean, it's easy to, like, VIP because I mean, it's just a nice, like, sort of, it's more of, like, a good recognition that that person's been around a lot and done, like, a lot for the community, but, like, maybe isn't comfortable being a mod. So, yeah.
TBH, I think he's...
Thank you for the $1, Rose. I appreciate that. They like my jokes and encourage my pun humor. That's something that's definitely not in the contract. What do they call it? Cows take the bull to court because they had beef? Oh, wow. Ethan told me Spencer can tell better jokes than me. To be honest, I think he's right. Well, you said it. I'm not going to challenge it. Yo, what's up, Bree? Welcome to the stream. Working on phone data. Oh, okay, all good. Thank you so much for dropping by to say hello, though. Take care. I hope that work goes very smoothly for you. I know that this is sort of like an earlier stream for you, so yeah. Very good. Very good. What was I talking? Oh, yeah, the VIP stuff. The VIP has been kind of good because a lot of times... Oh, my God, wait. Mods, we have a job for you. Oh, my God, there we go. The mods with the quick fingers. Thank you so much. Man, we haven't gotten a follower bot in a very long time. Thank you for doing that. Wow, I feel like a real streamer again. I'm getting follower bots. Insane. Also, I do want to real quick, like, just, I know that no one, I want people to know. I'm shooting the source in the ass while I'm saying this. No one has pressured me. I'm not, like, having anyone say, like, shitty things to me or anything. That's not why I'm mentioning this. I've mentioned a couple times I've been trying to get back into the swing of doing regular YouTube. Obviously, that has not been the case. So I just want you to know that it's something I feel kind of bad about. I promise that it is in the works. So those of you looking for more YouTube videos and things like that, that is in the works. I'm sorry it hasn't quite happened yet, but it will happen. So excited for that. Not to be serious for a second, but like I may disappear now and then, but I hope you know I love you guys, and I very much hope the support I try to give comes across. Absolutely it does, always. Thank you so much for like any of the time you can give at all. Like the world's still fucking on fire right now. It's insane out there. It's very unhinged out there right now. So when people can't come around because they're busy with more important things, or there's, you know, they just need a break from the internet as a whole, like, we get that here. That's not something to ever have to feel bad about. I hope that you know that. So, yeah, it always comes across. And the people who come by and are like, hey, I haven't been here for like a month or whatever, are always just so kind about it. And, like, the fact that you even had the thought to be like, oh, I feel kind of, like, crappy for not being around, shows that you are someone who, like, truly cares. Not that you have to do that for us to know that you care, but, like, it's something that, like, your actions and your words come across a lot more loudly than I think a lot of you realize. So many of you are awesome. Like, we know that you miss your time here. We miss seeing you around, but we also understand how the world is, how life can get. It's a busy, busy place. Please take care of you, you know? So, yeah. His stream is just straight up mod appreciation. I love it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Going back to that. So the VIP thing, we've had mods who have stepped down and been like, hey, can you just like unmod me? And I'm like, no, I'm going to still like add the VIP badge for you. Like I want people to remember that you were like a very important part of the community. It's also nice because I used to, before they had the VIP badges, I used to mod every single one of my mutuals. And that was just too much because most of them didn't mod. They didn't actually do anything, which is fine. A lot of them were just like other streamers who just wanted to chill and vibe. And I just wanted them to have the mod swords so other people would like recognize them and know that like they're people that I appreciate in my life. So the VIP badge, when they added that, I was like, yes, this is fucking awesome. But a lot of the like ex mods that have not been around for a while or are less active or whatever, we've given them VIP badges just so that the community can always sort of remember what they've done and contributed. So I love that a lot. Working full-time has been an adjustment, but settling in a bit more now. Usually home for stream, so hopefully stream time gets worked into my schedule more. Nice! Yeah, I mean, we'd love to have you around more, but again, if you're exhausted from work or if you're busy with it or whatever, like, also completely understandable. We get it. We definitely get it here. So I hated when my schedule changed and I couldn't be here every stream, but like you said, life happens. It's just nice to be able to be here and chill with everyone when I can. Yeah, it's seriously wonderful to have you around whenever you can. Right now, you are dealing with a lot of things that are way, way, way more important, honestly. So it is what it is. What is a VIP badge? So a VIP badge is a little, it's a diamond badge that is basically used to just recognize someone in the community. Streamers' discretion. So like, again, we use it a lot for like people who are my mutuals or for ex-mods who have stepped down and don't really feel like they can be around quite as much and feel like, you know, I'll have those one-on-one discussions with them, and I've had a lot of them where they're like, yeah, I just can't be around and I feel bad about it. And I'll be like, you don't have to feel bad about it, but like, please know, like, if you ever want the sword back, you just ask for it and we'll give it to you again. That door's always open for you, kind of thing. How's Stray been going? Stray's wonderful. It's great. It's kick-ass. I love it. It's so much more than I thought it was going to be. I actually didn't expect, like, the progression of the game or the development of the story being what it is, but I love it. It's really cute. It's very wholesome. It's very exciting. It's an intriguing world, intriguing main character and story and everything like that. The gameplay mechanics are pretty tight, and I like the puzzles because even though they can be challenging and a little bit frustrating at times, you still get that big burst of serotonin when you solve them because it's like they're not so hard they're impossible. They're just hard enough that when you solve them, you're like, yeah, I fucking did that. That was me. So I love Stray. It's awesome. And it's so cute. It's really very emotional. It's ripped my heart out a couple times. So, yeah. Me taking a vacation a month into my new job was perhaps not the smartest, but it was already planned before I got it. I mean, if it was already planned, it was already planned. People should be understanding about that kind of thing, you know? Can't really, I mean, you can change plans, but like, why sacrifice something that you were looking forward to like that, you know? Especially for a stinky corporation, you know? I've been binging that silly little cat game during quarantine, and it's raised a lot of serotonin. I love it. It's so good so far. I really, really enjoy it. It's beautiful, too. Honestly, I know it's an Annapurna game, so there's a certain level of quality expected from it, but it is so pretty, right? It is incredibly pretty. So, yeah. I love it. They were, it was just like, damn, I just got settled in at work and now I'm leaving for a week. All good. You know, it happens. It happens. I'm sure it's one of those things where, like, it's so stressful to go into a new job that it was probably very beneficial for you to get a bit of, like, normalcy in the sense of like, oh, this is like relaxation me time, so that you could go into your job with sort of like the best amount of energy and recharge within you. It's hard for me to watch Let's Play as Stray because I'm seriously hypersensitive about cats. I mean, that's understandable. That's fine. I mean, it's always funny whenever, I mean, not whenever, it's been 2 streams that we've played Stray, but people are always like, hey, I can't stick around or I can't watch it because of X, Y, and Z, and it's like, this is not any different than any other game we've played. That's the whole reason we have content warnings. That's the whole reason that, like, when people are like, hey, I gotta duck out for whatever reason, I'm like, yeah, go for it. Like, we all have different sensitivities and limits and things like that. I don't take that personally. You guys don't have to like rationalize why you're leaving a stream or anything. Please don't feel bad. It's very much understood on my side of things. Like, I mean, it's happened when we were playing Spiritfarer. It's happened when we've played horror games. It's happened when we played a number of different things on the channel. Don't come to me with your excuses because you're already given the golden pass for dipping out. It's a-okay. Even if you're just like, hey, I don't like this game. It's whatever. It's just like boring to me or stupid or whatever. That's fine. I mean, like, that's a-okay by me. I don't care. These streams are for the people who want to see them. And it doesn't mean that we all enjoy them less because you're, not around. All it means is that those of us who are here are still enjoying the stream, and you also get to enjoy your free time doing the things that make you happy instead of like pushing yourself to suffer through something that you don't like. So, or that makes you uncomfortable or whatever. So yeah, backpacking onto the new, onto that earlier energy. I've not been super active in chat for a while, but I'm usually here lurking. I love this community and would hug every single one of you if you would let me. Oh, that's very sweet, Hannah. That's very, very sweet. I mean, that's why we got the hug command here with Nightbutt that I see people using in chat already. Very cute. Very wonderful. How do we feel about the Yakuza series? Oh, I was talking about it like last night, I'm pretty sure. I saw where Like a Dragon is a PS Plus free game for August, but it seems like there's a lot more mini games activities than some of the other JRPGs I play. I haven't played Like a Dragon yet, but I've heard it's really goddamn good, and I have heard that it's very mini game centric. I would love to play that series on stream though, because they're so fucking ridiculous. Like, they are meant to be like satirical, ridiculous, over-the-top parody, and I love that even though they have this like old school like Japanese Yakuza film like theme to them going, where it's like overly dramatic cutscenes and shit, it's done that way on purpose because it's meant to play out as like a commentary and a parody, and they're just so fun. It's so good. I love those games. I'd love to play those on stream. It does look hilarious. Yeah, I mean, they're on Xbox Game Pass for PC right now as well, I'm pretty sure. So definitely the type of game that would be like cool to just like, we'd get through the story segments and it would be very like intriguing and funny and fun for people. And then there's just so many ridiculous things and events and like optional content in those games that would like, I don't know, create a world of hilarity for like chat to meme on and stuff that I would love doing those. It looks like a great game, but I just can't stand cats being harmed in any way, even fictive ones. Again, you are over-explaining to someone who already understands. Even I had trouble with those scenes. It's a-okay as. I've been lurking more and missing streams more since I went back to first shift, and it sucks, but I do love the moments when I can make streams and chat with my homies because I love you guys. It makes the streams I get to watch more special to me. Well, I'm glad that you feel that way. That's wonderful to hear. It's again, like the streams, whenever I can find stream time for whatever, whether it's us just vibing in the early day playing Power Wash Sim, or if it's us doing a story-based game or whatever, like, I'm happy to be here for you. I'm glad that I can give you a place where you guys can talk to each other and vibe, and that's something that I hope that I never have to take away, you know? It's one of those things where I'm in the midst of dealing with like a lot of, I've talked about this pretty openly before, in the midst of like dealing with a lot of pretty heavy shit in like therapy in my personal life. But then on top of it, I am also trying to work that like work-life balance into things so that it's a little bit more healthy. I'm not really on my grind set the way that I used to be in like 2017, 2018, 2019, where it was just like, just go, 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 only work, work, work. I have a much healthier mentality about it. I don't need to become like a super rich, super famous streamer or YouTuber or anything like that. I've, had very wonderful opportunities. I've gotten to like be in the spotlight a lot. It's okay to take a step back every now and then and focus on me. And that's like where I'm at. So I'm obviously not like streaming as long or as often as like I could be. But the moments that I do get to share a part of myself, of me, with this community, they've been fucking awesome. They've been great, and I'm glad that people feel sort of the same way about it, where it's like, I don't always get to meet, or I don't always get to come to streams, but the streams I get to come to have been great. Like, yeah, It just donate to make Brian a super rich streamer. No, absolutely not necessary. Honestly, so I was thinking about that earlier. It's like, you know, I miss like sometimes working towards like a huge sub goal together because it was like a fun way to like meme. Like I really fucking love that. That used to be like one of my favorite things, was like all of us are working together towards this thing, but I'd always feel like really bad about like the amount of money that people would spend on like the big gigantic sub bombs and stuff. It's very hard for me still to accept like when people want to spend money on me. So I was thinking about that earlier today, and it's kind of awesome. I actually was just offered right before the stream another sponsorship. Actually, let me tab over to that window, see if that came through. Yeah, fuck yeah. Okay, so I just got approved for another sponsorship. Part of the reason I've been taking more sponsorships, as you guys can see, is not only is the economy on fire right now, but it's nice to take sponsorships because that means that my bills are paid. My rent is going to get paid from those sponsorships. Things that I don't ever want, and I've said this every single time we've had like a big sub goal or anything like that. But like, it's so nice when chat does not have to feel pressured to give. I do not want anyone to come here and be like, well, fuck, I see that like the sub counter is like lower than it should be, so I need to gift like 10, or I haven't been around in streams for like a couple months, so I need to gift like $20 or something. Like, I don't want people to ever fucking feel that way. Again, I stream on Twitch because it's a free website. If you are here enjoying content for free, as you are allowed to do on this website, please don't feel bad about that. Just vibe, have fun. I'm playing fucking Power Wash Sim. This is not worth paying money for. I'm talking about like how much I like my mods. Like, this is stuff that's not fully relatable for everyone out there. It's a-okay to just vibe and turn off your brain and not have to worry about that kind of thing. Or like back in the day, people would be like, "Oh, we have to pay a lot of money to Brian so he can like buy new equipment and shit." And it's I don't want to have that be the onus of the community. I don't want people to feel that way and feel that pressure to do more than what they're already doing by donating time here. I take the sponsorships, especially recently, because it means I don't have to worry as much about things. And then chat hopefully has a little bit of that burden, that weird FOMO, whatever it is, taken off of you. As much as I'm very clear and open about not wanting that to be there at all, I know how some of you are. So I hope that seeing me getting sponsorship after sponsorship, big work opportunities with giant companies, etc., is something that like reminds you that I'm working behind the scenes to do like everything I can to make this continue to be my full-time job, as I've gotten to enjoy the past like 5 or so years. But as I continue to work with like bigger and bigger companies, I hope that there's less and less pressure on the community. Like, does that make sense? Like how that works? I hope that that's making sense. I feel like I'm just rambling now at this point. Hey, what's up, Poisonous? Welcome to the stream as well. Oh my god. Incorrect appreciating the mods is absolutely relatable. We love the mod. I mean, that part's fair. Thank you for the 69 meme bits. I appreciate that, Firefly. We love Brian getting recognition and sponsorships. Thank you, Hannah. Yeah, it's been amazing because, again, like, from I don't like to look at numbers because fuck that. I don't care. I've never streamed for numbers. I've never made YouTube videos for numbers. I've never done social interactions for numbers. I just share what I want to share. I'm a fucking weirdo online. I'm nobody but me, as we've talked about a million times here before. But, like, I just, it is one of those things where it's like, compare my stats to, like, 2021, like, you know, less people are watching, like, the things I do. Less people are interacting with me on social media, and that's nobody's fault. That's not something that I'm ever like, oh, man, like, everybody who is supposed to be a fan of mine sucks. That's nobody's fault. That's nothing like that. It's more of a, like, oh, okay, like, you know, I just probably have to work on my content a little bit more, which is understandable that I haven't put like as much effort into it because again, I'm going through stuff in therapy and working on me and good work-life balance and whatever. So like I know where all that comes from. My consistency has not been the best across social media, that's for sure, or content that I make. So, you know, a lot of it is like behind the scenes stuff that I know I'm working on. But it's weird because even seeing those changes over the years of like, oh wow, you know, we had less average viewers this past month than we've ever had in like the past 4 years. Must be something I'm doing, or maybe it's just the economy, or maybe it's just like back to school time or things that are out of my control, whatever. I'm not going to take it personally. I'm just going to keep working on my best to put forward my best foot and make the best goddamn content I can. Because what else can I do? I'm enjoying what I do. But I'm getting more and more opportunities. I'm working with Pokemon. I'm working with Konami. I'm working with like really big companies. I have sponsorships through like Amazon that we did like earlier in the year with like the watch party stuff. I've been getting sponsored. I've been getting to work with like giant companies that take me seriously. I mean, we're currently sponsored by Factor. Like it's just like really fucking cool. It's like really, really fucking cool. So, I'm very grateful to those who have like stuck around because I think what it is again is numbers matter less and less to these companies, and it's more of like this long-standing sort of like professionalism and community aspect, and all of you make that possible. All of you, they see like that people are passionate about supporting the streams. People see that you know, this community comes together and supports each other, supports me, supports the content that I make, even if it's like, again, not super huge numbers. It's like honest, it's genuine, I fell off and broke my legs apparently. I don't know, it's cool, it's awesome, it's really neat to be like, oh, okay, I have to worry less about, I don't give a shit about like how many people are showing up to streams anymore, because I'm being validated in my professional side of my life. And that's kind of cool. That's fucking awesome. And I know that those of you who are here are enjoying seeing me have those successes. I love that. It's really, really neat. Around and around and around we go. Now tell me now. Oh, we should just get these stairs, I just realized, because these are like a small item. I'm trying to get like as many of the little items completed. It's hard to get the seats, because they're rotating all the way around, so I don't know which ones are done. Proud of you, thank you, I appreciate it. It's been cool. It's been like very weird, because like, again, I want to make the best content. Of course I would love more people to watch me. Of course I would love people to like the cool stuff that I'm doing on the channel, or the cool ideas that I have for content. Of course I want all of that, but like, it's also not the priority. I never want to be one of those people who's like, oh, more numbers, arr! You know, like, I don't fucking care. As long as things are going well for me, as long as, like, I got a roof over my head, as long as I'm happy making the stuff that I'm making, I know that the people who are meant to show up are going to show up, you know? So, we should all strive to have the internet piece of the guy in the, it ain't much, but it's honest work. Yeah, exactly! Like, I love that mentality. It's been one that I've been trying to adopt more and more recently. I've been a viewer since 2020, and I've seen a lot of growth. I'm very proud of you, dude. Thank you. Appreciate that. That's really cool of you to have been around as long as you have. Like, it is one of those things where, again, like, I wish more creators, and obviously it takes time, and everyone's got sort of their own journey, but I wish more and more creators could see that, like, at the end of the day, numbers don't matter. That's how I started off my channel. That's how, like, Ethan started off his stuff as well. It's part of the reason him and I became such fast friends, is we just had like a very similar mindset about like, the numbers don't matter, like as long as you have like a really strong, like really fucking cool community at your back. And that's what this community has been time and time again. And I'm just really happy to be like, I'm honored that you're all a part of what I do. It's really cool. Bean the Bean, yo, what up? Good to see you here. Very proud of you and happy to see how far you've come over the years. Thank you. And you are someone who, you've had a front row seat to seeing a lot of it, honestly, Sky. So, yeah. we really can see that you love what you do. I'm glad that you can see, because that's the thing is I'm never bored. I don't care what like the current content meta is of like, oh, react to like only, you know, like baby sensory videos or whatever. Like I'll do that sometimes. That's fun. Like getting into memes is very funny and fun. But like at the same time, like I have a fucking blast playing video games and just shooting the shit with all of you. I love doing that stuff. It's dope as hell. Sarah, thank you for the raid, by the way. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for raiding in. How was your stream? Tell us all about it. So happy to have known this community a whole year now. Hannah, it's been so wonderful getting to know you and having you around. Seriously. Me and my founders badge. I know. Honestly, there's like, I don't know how many founders badges do the channels get. Does anybody know? I'm a bad Twitch partner. I actually don't know how many founders badges the system gives out per channel. But I really fucking love seeing those in the chat. You can adopt pets now in the house Oh my god, that's right. I'm gonna scream, but in a good way. I almost fucking sobbed IRL. Yeah, because we got a dog last time we played it on this channel. So I gotta play some more house flippers soon. Yeah, we got a dog when we played last time. It was like a puppy that like a random character left in their attic for me when we played last time. 10, I believe. Oh my god, so the first 10 people who subbed are the founders. I love that. So cool. I want to live in a world where baby sensory videos are actually the meta. Me too. Well, they were for a while, like on like meme, like Twitch, like baby sensory videos and like the weird humor, like surreal humor, offbeat humor, like Twitch meta, where it was like, you know, like streamers like Germa and Moon and Tomato and all those dudes were doing like a bunch of those, like just putting baby sensory videos up for a while. It was hilarious. Brian, you're going to make me happy cry? Ah. You guys are the ones who make me emotional. Thank you. 10 until you get partner, and then another 10 at partner. Really? Okay. So do I have 20 total then? Me repeating myself in the same sentence because my brain forgot halfway through. I already typed. Oh, 10 until you get... Oh, I get what you're saying now. Okay. I was confused. I was like, so I get 20, but you get 10. Okay. Makes sense. Very good. Little Shiba Inu? Oh, I know. I love Shibas. They're so cute. They're such cute dogs. I fucking love them. Good news-ish. I convinced my work friends to come with me for sushi after work on Friday for my birthday. Nice. I mean, sushi for a birthday, that's a god-tier choice, honestly. Good taste. And also, wait, when's your birthday? On Friday? Or are you just celebrating Friday? Because if it's your birthday, we'll wish you a happy birthday. Otherwise, we'll hopefully see you on Friday and wish you a happy birthday then. My birthday is Friday? Okay, nice. All right, we'll wish you a happy... Just give us a nice little reminder. And all of us will wish you a happy birthday. A happy birthday. Don't worry, I will make you remember. Well, hopefully you're honest. Like, if I'm going to be honest, I hope you're too busy on your birthday to have to come to a stream. I hope that you're too busy having fun. Like, that's what I want for you. I hope that you don't have to show up to a stream on your birthday. But if you do, please, yes, remind us that it's your birthday. Google says partners get 25 founders badges? No fucking way. That's a lot. So I know Morgan has one. I know you have one. I know Long Jane Silver has one because Jane used to be like a regular. I think Octography has one. I'm trying to think. Like, there's a lot of people from back then who have them. Does Shira have one? I don't think so. Maybe Shira has one. Maybe Shira has one. There's a ton of people in the community who should have those then. That are still around every now and then. Because Jane stops in every now and then, and Octography stops around every now and then to, like, renew sub badges. Which is really cool. Yo, what's up, Rosapang? Our birthdays are a week apart. Yo, we have so many people who have, like, similar birthday. I mean, it makes sense. We have 22,000 people in the community at this point. Or at least just on Twitch alone. So, makes sense that you're going to find some people with similar birthdays with only 12 months in the year, you know? July birthday gang strong? Dang. How many people have November birthdays? Because that's my month. And that's November. Even though I don't really like celebrating my birthday very much, November birthdays, I feel like something, you know? I feel connected to you if you have a November birthday. That all sounds accurate, like, makes sense to me. 25. That's crazy. 25. I feel like there's no way. I don't think I've seen 25 badges. I think Jinx has one as well. I don't even know, dude. Rarely see August birthdays, so I love when I see one. Morgan's birthday's in August. So come August 28th, you better be wishing Morgan a happy birthday. Because I love her so much and I wouldn't be where I am without her. I've only met 2 people who share my birthday and both were camp leaders of mine. That's why. Did they give you preferential treatment as a result, though? Really? Definitely will. My dad's birthday is also in August. So, August birthdays unite right there. I just hooked you up with, like, knowing 2 more people. Well, not knowing 2 more people, but knowing of 2 more people with August birthdays. Oh, there we go. Mad Lad Jacob is an August boy. A beautiful bouncing baby August boy. Wonderful. Good stuff. I feel like I've washed so much more than 29%. But then I see all this shit up here. That's fair, I guess. How is this pod, like, not clean yet? The outside is so hard. Now I have to wait for it to come all the way down. I could just do the lazy thing and just leave this here, and it would just rinse part of it as it goes through. That's so inefficient. Why would I do that? That seems so stupid. I'm an August baby? Let's go. Bean the Bean's an August baby as well. Let's go, August peeps unite. Yeah. I share a birthday with Wade. Oh, God, I'm sorry. With the Wayne Mignon. 666. My favorite Let's Player. I love coming across birthday twins and it not actually being a twin. Oh, yeah, because that's right, because you have a twin. But I also love having a birthday as a twin because double the cake. Oh, really? You guys get, like, your own cakes? You don't have to share one? That's actually kind of awesome. I knew a couple twins growing up who had to share presents, share cake, speedrun strats, yeah. Speedrun, it will take me 20 hours for this map alone. I share a birthday with Neil Armstrong? Oh my god. Famous people birthdays. You guys remember that site, famousbirthdays.com? I think about it every now and then. It used to be a meme in the community on how often I check the website, famousbirthdays.com. They have info on my famous birthdays I never shared publicly, and it was so fucking weird to see it. So I have a mole in the community or something. My birthday is 1 day before Wade's. Oh my god. That one apparently a member of ATEEZ. That's the only one I remember. Preferential treatment was slight. Oh, I mean, that's better than 0, right? Me and Corey, almost birthday twins. Yeah. Is that a poll? Wait, there's a poll? How much we like riding the Ferris wheel. Oh, that's cute. I like that one. Very good poll. Pretty sure I share a birthday with that one artist who made Gucci Gang. That one artist. That single-handedly ruined my week. It's kind of been a tradition that we each get an angel food cake. Our favorite. Ooh, I love angel food cake. One with chocolate filling, the other with strawberry. Okay. Full judgment blast on here, Brookie. Who's the strawberry one? I need to know which one of you likes the chocolate more, which one of you likes the strawberry more. I share my birthday with Selena Gomez, Prince George, and Jambo. Wait, Jambo like the streamer Jambo? That's awesome. Cool. Are you talking about Jambo, who is Schlatt's cat? Because there's... Surprisingly, that's something, with the era of the internet, I have to clarify. That Jambo? Okay, yeah, Jambo the streamer. Yeah, Jambo's great. That's awesome. I googled this. Apparently, I share a birthday with Mussolini and the Black Dahlia. So I don't know what that says about me. It says, please don't become a serial killer and or a fascist. All right, Happy, Stim, and we have both apparently tied in the poll. Thank you for this very scientific data. You know what's really funny is, like, there's so many people out there who are like, I'm not going to share my information because the government's always watching. I don't want people to have my information. But then you'll very gladly just fill out a Twitch poll like it's nothing. You've all been bamboozled. You've been doing free government work, demographic work, this whole time. How does it feel? Very scientific. Tim Gunn and Will Wheaton have evened this out. Okay, that's fair. Make it work, as Tim Gunn would say. Apparently, I share a birthday with Haley Kiyoko. Wow. Haley Kiyoko of Lemonade Mouth fame. My favorite Disney Channel original movie. My favorite DCOM. Don't think we ever claimed one filling as our own. We eat from both and are just like, hell yeah, 2 flavor. Okay, that's fair. Both of you are still good in my book. Strawberry is my favorite angel food cake topping. Oh my god. Now the government knows that we happy stim and go we. I know! What could they possibly do with that information? I love it talking to especially just people who are just like a few years older than me in Gen X. No offense to anyone in Gen X here, but it happens the most when I talk to that generation where there are people who, you know, they didn't grow up with the internet. They were slightly older when the internet got implemented, but they grew up during the 70s and 80s sci-fi era of media where we had all these like, there's going to be spy drones that are implanted in your brain and stuff like that. It's always so funny having the conversations about like targeted ads and things like that, where they're like, I don't want the government to have my information, or I don't want companies to have my personal information, so I use DuckDuckGo and a VPN for all of my searches, because if companies get a hold of my information, they might give me targeted ads. And I'm like, okay, and? So you'll see ads for things you like instead of shit you hate? What? I don't think that that's that wrong. Plus, you're using an iPhone, and everyone knows Verizon and AT&T and stuff already sell all of your data to, like, companies. And, like, also, the government's not going to care. Only companies pretty much care about that info. Who cares if you, like, clicked on an ad about Eggo waffles or, like, a YouTube video about, like, how to do the renegade dance? Like, the government doesn't care about that. Companies do. It's a very weird. It's just a weird mentality where they're like, they're spying on us. And they're like, they don't actually really care about you. They care about selling you product. It's very easy. I honestly, I get a lot of Pokemon ads because I'm always clicking on Pokemon card related stuff and Pokemon videos and whatever. I would rather have ads about Pokemon than about like the newest vitamin supplement. I don't give a shit about that stuff. I like Pokemon stuff. Please send me more of the ads that I like. Doesn't mean I'm going to buy all that stuff, but it means that when I have to watch an ad, it's something that I actually enjoy seeing on my feed. Me in stream, I'm getting old. Corey, lurking in my chat, you're turning 24? I mean, that you're a baby. You're a zygote. Clicking furiously between 20 different ads to confuse the algorithms. Yeah. I mean, that's what every Drew Gooden, I bought every shitty product off of Instagram video is, right? Is it that algorithm's got to be just like, what is he doing? I'm freaking out, dude. The government watching me yell about K-pop idols and cry about Critical Role on Twitter all day, every day. Yeah, it's like they don't care about that stuff. My information is going to be taken. I'm going to be paid for it, and it needs to be consensual. That's my take. That's fair, but at the same time, again, unfortunately, we're sort of in an era where you can't really help that. If you are someone who's on the internet or uses a cell phone, it doesn't matter. I will let you know just from someone who worked in internet marketing for years. A VPN using things like DuckDuckGo, all those safeguards that are like, this is protecting your information and there's no way to breach this. It's kernel level protection, all that stuff. It's not really. It's not really. I'm telling you right now, if a company wants your info to sell something to you, they're going to do it. And outside of that, it sucks, but there's really not too much you can do about it. I love those videos. Honestly, Drew Gooden's, I'm buying all the random shit off of Instagram that I can. Those videos bring me back to life. Like, they're fantastic. So, damn, this is a Wendy's drive-thru. I could care less about your credit card numbers. I just want money. She's Brian, you're getting mad hops. This character can not only jump like 20 feet in the air at times in the game, but also watch this. Ah! I'm fine. Roald Dahl and Brizzy voices share my birthday. Ooh, nice. Love Brizzy. Brizzy's so funny. And, again, I'm so proud of Brizzy because I literally watched Brizzy's, like, early viral, like, voice impression videos back when she was like, oh, I'm doing, like, Nickelodeon cartoon voice impressions and stuff. And now she's, like, a legit voice actor doing voices in, like, Final Fantasy games. That's fucking cool. I'm so proud of her. That's so cool. My FBI agent must get real bored seeing me watch YouTube and Twitch streams all day. Right. Again, at the end of the day, the government kind of doesn't give a shit. Not to mention, like, when you fill out, like, demographic surveys and stuff, like, most of the time they already have that information anyway. It's kind of just, like, a refresher thing. But, like, wait, Dahl had an aardvark? That's kind of dope. But, like, yeah, it's one of those things. companies and corporations care a lot more about your data than the government does. All the people who are like, the government's spying on us and they're going to use this information to put us on a watch list. Unless you are saying really egregious shit, like, there's a very low chance that they even know who you are or give a shit. So, most of the time, the worst thing that happens when you're Googling things or if you are tweeting about something or you are typing things, you guys don't think that typing things in Twitch chat doesn't give your information directly to Amazon, then you're very, very silly for thinking that. The most that's going to happen is you're going to get Amazon ads before you watch like an Amazon Prime video that's like, oh, you talked about cake. Here's a baking advertisement. Like, that's all that's going to happen. So, Google can use my searches of how to spell Febreze, cucumber noodles near me, and why is my dog sneezing to target ads that don't target me at all. Right. I mean, they'll probably send you like a Chewy.com ad for like, oh, your dog is sneezing, here's like dog anti-inflammatory medication. That's all that will happen. And you'll be like, I don't really need that, so I don't care. I can scroll by this in 2 seconds and it doesn't affect my life. So, my FBI agent knows I'm chronically online. I mean, that's probably good because they know where you were on January 6th then. If the government is spying on us, they are probably very scared of me and confused. Right. Right. They're probably just like, this person isn't a threat. Like, for me, they're probably like, you're not even a threat. You're just fucking weird. Angel food cake ads? Hell yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't. It's like you get like a Duncan Hines ad. Oh, you talked about crab milk? No! Cake. I love cake. Cake is really good. I feel like buying cake today. Cake sounds super good right now. Oh my god, yeah, now I'm hungry for cake. Morgan and I just ate our last 2 Factor meals that we currently have today. And so I'm good. I'm nice and full. I had the, what was it? Sun-dried tomato and spinach fusilli? How do you say that noodle? They're basically rotinis. They're really good, though. But it was awesome. That was such a good meal. And now I'm ready for dessert. Now I want a cake. Probably look like a threat with the things I have to Google for my stories. Yeah, so I think about that all the time. That used to be the big joke on YouTube way back in the day. It's like, if you are a YouTuber, you're probably on a government watch list for the PNG images that you're adding to your thumbnails. That was like the big joke, is like, I've been put on a list for like Googling things and Google images for my thumbnails. Because it's like, I need a picture of a knife. Now I need a picture of a rope. Now I need a picture. And people are like, oh god, I'm on a list for sure. I bought an entire grocery store cake a week ago and have been eating it by myself. Poisonous, you're living your best fucking life. I cannot count the number of times that Morgan and I are like, it's kind of a shitty week. Let's just go to Walmart and buy like a $10 cake or like a $6 cake or whatever. And just eat that for like a week. It's fucking awesome. Had some cake earlier for my dad's B-Day. Happy birthday to your dad. That sounds yummy. Recently discovered cheesecake, and I've been nonstop munching. I'm so sorry it took this long for you to experience cheesecake, but it is so good. I love cheesecake. I'm glad that you finally are experiencing it. It's all fun and games until you start getting targeted ads and spam emails for the thing. I've only had a verbal conversation. I mean, again, okay. I might have a little bit of insight because, again, I ran an internet marketing firm for a number of years. We worked with Google directly. We worked with Microsoft directly. We worked with a lot of different companies, Facebook reps, whoever. You know how you got that feature on your phone where you're like, hey, Google, or hey, Siri, or like, hey, Alexa. You know, you got that thing and it goes, oh, I recognize some of the words you're saying. Did you mean, what is the largest area in Australia? And you're like, no, that's not what I said. And it's like kind of right some of the time. I don't know. Maybe that goes through like a data search engine. Maybe that's something that like companies, again, if you're on Verizon or AT&T or whatever, maybe they're like, oh, we have all this data from a search thing. Auditory stuff. I mean, if you're afraid of that kind of thing, it's just kind of the level of technology that we're in at the moment, where like, I can't guarantee that your phone is always listening to you, but there are an eerie number. First of all, I know that technology is in the works the last time that I talked to like a Microsoft and Google rep about that kind of thing. That is technology they already had in the works. again, going back to Phoenix's point, very unconsensual. I don't like that part of it at all. Like, it's pretty shitty. But they were working on that technology, and that was like 6 years ago, I want to say. 6 or 7 years ago. They were working on that technology already. And if you don't think that that is a possibility with, like, your phone, I mean, not to make anyone feel paranoid either, but, like, there are certainly a lot of, because I have no verification that that's always happening. I can tell you anytime you use, like, Siri to look up something, that is going into, like, a data bank that will, like, affect your, like, targeted ads and whatnot. But I can't guarantee that your phone's always listening, but it's a very distinct possibility, especially with the number of coincidences Morgan and I have, where we'll be like, oh, man, I haven't thought of, like, Dunkaroos in, like, 6 years. Man, this is the first time we've talked about Dunkaroos in 6 years, and then the very next day I have a Dunkaroos ad. A little bit weird, right? A little bit sus. Yo, what's up, Cece? Welcome to the stream. Hello, hi, anybody joining? Lucky Lavender as well. Hello, hi. We're not going to be streaming super late tonight, just to warn you, because Morgan's got to go live soon. And we'll just be passing the stream on over to Morgan. We've been talking about cat collars recently because of Sunshine has a tendency to lose his collar somehow. He just lost his second one, and lo and behold, collar ads. Sometimes also, a lot of it comes from sort of like banked data. Yo, what's up, Lulu? Welcome to the stream. Hope everyone is doing well. Currently laying still covered in aloe vera after spending all day lounging on a lake in the hot sun like a dummy. Oh, no. I mean, I did that on vacation, Lulu. You know the story. I was burnt to a crisp. Lulu Crispy. For sure. Whenever I was eating Skinny Pop popcorn, I was getting Skinny Pop ads on Instagram constantly. Yeah, Instagram is especially egregious about it. And if you look at things like the metaverse and VR that Mark Zuckerberg's putting in everything into like Web 3.0, auditory recognition, I think, is like definitely come a long way since even I worked with it. So could be something that's going on with that. Oh my God, we have a predict. Will Brian clean the Ferris wheel today? We're at 32%. I feel like this prediction's pretty stacked. Anyone who is betting yes, Godspeed to you. That's all I gotta say. I will say this also, just going back to the like non-consensual collection of data. I think that that's a huge like shitty development where it's like, oh, this device that I bought can listen to me. But I will let you know that there's most likely like a terms of service, like a TOS, sort of like terms and condition thing that whenever you buy like a cell phone or sign up for like a cell service, I guarantee there's fine print in that contract that's like, with changing technology, if we have a new way of gathering your data and selling it, like you agree to those terms and conditions, because that's already in there for things that you type into search engines. When you use Google, you are using a... Sure, you're using a search engine that shouldn't do that stuff, and it's really shitty that it does that stuff. But at the end of the day, simply by using Google, simply by using Bing, simply by tweeting something on Twitter, there is fine print there that's like, this is actually not non-consensual. This is actually very consensual. Just you didn't read the part that, like, by using this, you basically acknowledge that, like, we're allowed to collect whatever we want from you. And again, it shouldn't be that way. That's a shitty monopolized power dynamic that I don't like. But it is one that is in a majority of services, which is like, it's tough. It's a gray area. I don't like it either. But it's just kind of the way that it is, right? Don't sway the prediction. Oh my God, it's like off-track betting. It's like I'm illegally swaying the gambling. I'm stacking the odds. The house always wins. I don't have an iPhone either, and it still does it. I mean, if you have any sort of smartphone with any mic feature, I mean, there's a mouthpiece on every phone at this point. So, yeah. Try to block permissions on apps constantly, and then they all reset when my phone updates. Yeah, there's that, and again... A lot of those permissions only cover certain things. Again, we actually, funny story, I can't tell very many specifics about this one, but when I owned a marketing firm, one of the biggest jobs that we got was we got to make an app, help develop an app for the CDC. That's all I can tell you about it. I can't tell you which app that was. I can't tell you what happened with that particular initiative. Nothing like that. We got to the CDC, the actual government CDC reached out to us, and they wanted us to like help them develop the marketing for an app that was being created and help them find people to develop it, which was really crazy, right? We had to work a lot with the sort of legal side of things. We were on a phone with a lawyer every day about setting up terms and conditions of its usage, of what the government could take from that legally. And it's not to like be like, oh, we're putting our tinfoil hats on and making up like a whole bunch of conspiracy theories. I don't want to like frighten people, because that's not the case. At the end of the day, they don't really give a shit who you are individually. I'm sorry if that makes you feel bad, but that's just sort of the nature of reality. Is there's too many people to monitor all the time. The only people who really care are those corporations who want to sell you shit. But that was a really interesting learning experience for me. So yeah. I got money from Facebook earlier this month as some sort of settlement for stealing too much of my data. Yeah, so here's the thing about Facebook specifically. Mark Zuckerberg has more money than God and will continue to try to get away with that shit. It doesn't matter what he's actually written in the terms and conditions. Facebook will a million times out of a million go, the legal repercussions are worth it. Yeah, we're going to get sued for like $4 million for this class action lawsuit, but we made $40 million worth of advertising out of like breaking the terms of this and like taking data from people. So it sucks. They're so egregiously bad about it. They are one of my least favorite companies. I will say, having worked in the marketing and tech sector, I do not like Facebook. I don't like the people that work for them. I don't like a lot of what they do as far as their internal practices. It's just not my favorite company. Brian, what about my parasocial relationship with my CIA agent? I know he's spying on me right now. I didn't see how big that wheel was. Let me change my prediction. I hope you got it in time, because, yeah, this is not going super fast for a lot of you, I'm just going to say. Let's go back to iPods, yeah. You're telling me I don't have my own FBI agent watching Stranger Things and anime with me? No, but a kind representative at Google is probably collecting a lot of that data and going, we got to push more anime ads. Actually, it's not even a person. It's an algorithm that does it. Deleting Facebook was the best thing I've done in years. I literally only use Facebook to check on who sends me happy birthday messages. That's pretty much it. I log on to Facebook once a year. It's on my birthday. I hit the like button on everyone who's wished me a happy birthday, and then I log back off and don't look at any of my feed. It is the only reason I've used Facebook for the past like 4 years. Plot twist: Girbeagly is an agent. This is to lull you into a false sense of security. I haven't used Facebook since it's just not the place for me. All the memes are like 5 months behind. There's a lot of like really bad boomer takes, although I've cleaned my feed of most of those people. I've just like straight up unfriended or blocked people. And the ads are obnoxious. Again, just knowing what I know about Facebook, their company practices suck balls. I don't know. I'm just not a big Facebook fan. I don't like the layout. It's not like a fun, interactive viewing experience. It's just kind of silly and outdated, in my opinion. But if you like Facebook, great for you. More for you. You know, go do your thing on it. I'm not going to make fun of you for that. But it's not my favorite social media. Here's the other thing, guys. I've had Facebook for 18 years. I was one of the first wave of Facebookers back in the day. When it was, you only could get an account if you signed up with a college email. It was the only way you could get on it. That's how long I've had Facebook. I'm sick of that shit. I don't need it. I would rather go back to MySpace than Facebook. Not more anime ads? My to-watch list is too long already. Yeah, it just buries you. Surely by algorithm you mean Mr. Algorithm, my bestie. Oh my god. I don't even do that anymore. Yeah, I don't blame you. It's just it's a cesspool sometimes. I only use Facebook to keep up with certain people. That's fair. Yeah, a lot of people only use it for that. That's fair. Facebook is the next on my list of social purge. Yeah, I don't blame you. Trevor Space has become my personal Facebook. I don't know what that is. Trevor Space? Facebook is such a fever dream of a platform. It's almost always just bizarre, I feel like. 90% minion memes, 10% bigotry. Yeah, that sounds about like the split. That movie was pretty good. What? The Social Network? with Jesse Eisenberg as Mark Zuckerberg. I literally only use Facebook to keep up with out-of-state family. I don't like it, and Instagram is getting even worse. Instagram is awful. I put up an Instagram photo yesterday, that got like, again, not complaining about numbers, because I know this is completely out of the control of you guys, but Instagram, I got like, I think it was like 130 likes on the post. I've not gotten 130 likes on an Instagram post in literally since like 2016. And I know it's because of the feed, because I will go to a friend's profile where I'll be like, they haven't posted on Instagram in months. What the heck's up? I hope that they're okay. I'll go onto their Instagram feed, and they've been posting like every day. And it's because Instagram, for whatever reason, doesn't show me the people I'm following. And it's really, really annoying. I don't understand why it's like that. So I just really dislike Instagram a lot. And again, it's owned by Facebook, so go figure that it sucks, right? So that's the way that it be. Meverse was the social media back in the day. I fucking loved the Meverse social feed. I actually like it. All I know about the Facebook movie is that one Game Grumps clip. Oh, Mark Zuckerberg! I mean, that's a classic. That goes in their, like, top 100 best clips. For sure. It's like, it's a guy, and like, I love that. That is Aaron at his most unhinged, for sure. I like it. Instagram algorithm is the worst. It's so bizarre, because I know it's an algorithm thing, but it's like, I followed these accounts for a reason, and my fans, you guys follow me on Instagram to see my posts, and I will always get that comment that's like, I didn't know you posted here anymore. And I'll be like, yeah, this is so, like, weird. Nobody saw that. It's very strange that, like, no one saw my post. Or people will be like, oh, you should do this, like, on your Instagram. Like, do this kind of cosplay. And I'll be like, I did 2 months ago. And they'll be like, I didn't see it in my feed. What the hell? And it's like, people choose to follow other people specifically so they can see those people's posts. So it's a very weird thing that now algorithms are taking that away from us, so where we don't see the people we followed intentionally in our own feeds. I don't like that at all. Every other post is a suggested reel. Yeah, so Morgan taught me how to get rid of the suggested posts. Apparently it only works for like a month, and then they start doing it again. But there's like an option on the feed where if you like click and hold down, I think on like a suggested post, like 3 dots or something. I don't know. She can explain it if you want to go over to her stream after this one. But it will allow you to be like hide suggested posts for like the next 30 days. Which I love to do, because it's like, I don't want to see strangers on my feed. I want to see the people I fucking followed on my feed. That's the whole reason I followed them. What the hell? My Instagram feed is more ads and suggested based on my likes than accounts. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, you have the same issue, it sounds like, Corey. Social media is very weird. It's weird because it started off as a way for us to socialize with friends and to find people with similar interests as ours, right? And it's evolved into this, like, bizarre, like, first of all, it's the weird numbers game, clout game, where people are willing to do anything for clout and attention, even if it's a fleeting, literal 15 minutes of attention. And it's very fucking weird to see that, where people are like, yeah, I don't have any qualms about being, like, shitty. I'm just gonna do like these crappy things so I get like attention. That's like a go to therapy issue right there. And then on top of it, it's like, I don't know, it's just become this like weird thing that has created toxic echo chambers and like kind of nasty people. And it doesn't always have to be that way. And that's why I always remind people, the nice thing is as the user, for the most part, you have full control of your user experience on your end as far as blocking the accounts you don't like. Use that block button as much as you want to. Follow the accounts and interact with the accounts that you want to. And that's a nice thing to have that type of control over. But as a social idea, social media has become very bizarre. That said, I will say this. When I see people actually interacting with my social media posts on Instagram and TikTok and Twitter and all the things that you sort of like have to involve yourself with if you're a content creator, I have a blast. I fucking love the replies that people give. I love being able to interact with people. I love people interacting with me, even if I don't interact back. It always means the world that like anyone gives a shit, because like who the fuck am I? I'm a boomer who plays video games online. There's so many of me already copy pasted all over the internet, or I'm a copy paste of someone else, you know. So it's just like, I don't know. It's always so interesting. It's always so interesting anyone gives a shit. And it means the world. So thank you. Regrettably, I'm finding that Tumblr is the least annoying social media these days when it comes to recommending posts. You know what? Part of that is, I think it's the effect of Tumblr got shit on very early. It got abandoned. It did a bunch of things that everyone was like, these are so unforgivably crappy things that you've done. You suck forever. So that became like the standard when people talk or think about Tumblr, is like, Tumblr sucks. Because they did all that stuff with like the adult accounts, like false flagging adult accounts and stuff like that. Yo, Az, get some good rest. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Seriously, appreciate you. So there's a lot of that going on with it. And then, so they got like the bad media rep. But as a result, their knee-jerk reaction was to turn around and go, okay, we have to make shit better. Let's fix our shit. Let's take it seriously. They also passed hands like a million times. Like Yahoo owned them and Verizon owned them and like a million other companies owned them for a while. And like, but I do think that it was one of those like, okay, let's make the platform better and try to attract people back to it. But because they have such a bad overarching rep, people aren't willing to like even hear news about them improving or haven't seen news about them improving. So those who did go back and go, okay, time to give this another try, are like, wow, this is surprisingly great now. I don't personally use Tumblr because I just don't have the time to split between all those social medias all the time consistently. But like everyone I know who went back on Tumblr is, it's like, it's actually kind of a good experience now, which is cool. But again, it's one of those like the marketing of it, the reputation of it, the things that they did in the past, the fact that like no one's really talking about how good it is now, etc., is probably hamstringing it quite a bit if I were to take a guess. Factually, there is no one like you. I don't know. People have said I'm like derivative of other people are always like, you're like a more chill version of like if like Mark and Germa had a baby or something. And I'm like, those are very flattering comparisons, but I don't really see that very much. Maybe the Mark one like a little bit more because it's just like I do generic playthroughs of stuff. And maybe I'm as manic as Germa, but no one can be like Germa. Germaplier? Oh god, that would be a horror beyond horrors, honestly. Xylosol, take care. Thank you so much for vibing with us. Thank you so much for hanging. Last news I heard about Tumblr was when the NSFW stuff was being banned. Right, exactly. And that's the lasting impression most people have with it. Germa is just a taller Brian with more rats. I mean, listen, Germa and I are the same age. So, like, if anything, I want to hang out with Germa someday or talk to him so we can, like, just talk about boomer shit. Like, I want to, like, talk about, like, super old fucking video games with him. Be like, oh, do you remember, like, King's Quest 4? Like, way back on MS-DOS? Like, shit like that. I want to do that. I think that would be very fun. Like, Commander Keen. I think that would be very fun to do with Germa. But, honestly, no one can be quite like Germa. But, like, I've had people, like, call me, like, Mark and Germa ripoffs multiple times in my career. And I'm like, I'm not trying to be like either of them. I'm literally just this fucking weird. I'm literally this obnoxious 24/7. So, bad comparison, bro. Also, I'm too much of a wannabe Zoomer to be either of them. You know, like I like to be in touch with the memes going on. I like to do the hello fellow kids and be like, Chrissy, wake up. You know, like I know that meme, you know? Imagine being so good that people have to compare you to the best of the best. That's actually kind of a positive spin on it. I've never thought of that. Yeah, it's very, again, I did say it was kind of flattering, but like I've never thought about that. Like, yeah, you know, people are comparing me to only people who are better than me, which is kind of cool. That it's like, oh, you think that I'm sort of in the same wheelhouse? Neat. Neato to me. I like that. So, but I think my sense of humor is more immature and child Zoomer chaotic than the two of them combined. So yeah. Germa's boomer moment when he failed to twerk still haunts me. Oh god. Listen, I can't give him shit for that. There's literally a YouTube video from like 2016 of me badly twerking because someone in a Q&A video asked me to do it. So, how do you do, fellow Zoomers? That's very much my energy. I mean, I'm gonna take this to the bank, but like, Sky, not Winter Skies here, but like other Sky, told me like what was it, like 2 years ago. I'm gonna take this to my deathbed with pride. That I'm the most Zoomer millennial that they know of, and I was like, that makes me feel so accomplished. I feel so good about that one. That's my badge of honor. I will fucking wear that forever. That is something that I will gladly accept. Because I'm getting into... Here's the thing, Chad. If you don't know this about me, I'm getting into midlife crisis territory. I'm getting old as fuck. My bones are dust. I'm tired. I work really hard to, like, provide content that I hope is relatable or funny or interesting. But I'm tired. Bree Strobe says, nope, not looking good for the music, mate. I don't know who you are anymore. I forgot who you were. We haven't played this game in so long. I don't know who you are. What do you mean? Music. What music? No, the rave generator's a goner, so sorry, mate. The rave generator? Are we talking... Is this suddenly Cyberpunk 2077? What are you talking about? I don't remember the storyline. Does anyone have a refresher for me? I don't fucking know. I have no idea. You aren't a Zoomer if you don't use Snapchat every day? Are Zoomers using Snapchat? I thought Zoomers killed Snapchat. They thought it was millennial cringe. I thought that was like something that happened. Because I hate Snapchat, personally. I don't like it. I use it to like message people once in every 1,000 years. Like, every now and then, an older friend of mine from like years ago, or Ethan, just out of the blue, like once every like 9 months, Ethan will send me a random message on Snapchat. So, I don't know. My sisters still use it, and they're Gen Z. Okay, well let's hear back from a larger demographic of just your sisters. I need to know now. I'm a Zoomer who has not glanced at Snapchat in years. Yeah, okay. That was the last thing I heard from like the cool Zoomers. I use Snapchat for filters, and that's it. Yeah, okay. That's fair. They have some really good filters. All the middle school students I work with use Snapchat. But are they the nerds? Are they the ones who get their lunch money stolen? We have to know this. This is important. I thought only dealers use Snapchat still. Maybe. See, I mean, this is what I mean. Is like, you mentioned Snapchat, and you are the only one advocating for it, and everyone else in chat is like, Snapchat's fucking dead, bro. Snapchat is where I drew the line with social media. Snapchat is it's a fucking weird thing. As one of the oldest Zoomers, I have never had a Snapchat except for an account I made for a school project for a fake entertainment center I made a website and logo for. Okay. Use Snapchat to talk to Max and Austin, and that's it. Yeah, so, like, personal friends, and that's it. I use Snapchat because no one gives out phone numbers anymore, so I need it for contact. Okay. That's fair. But that's one of those, like, if you didn't have to use it, you wouldn't be on it things. That's not like I love Snapchat. I love those videos that have the clickbait thumbnails that are like, I can't believe this guy did this at the gym, and it shows like a dude with like a muscle as big as someone's chest, like with his arms snapped backwards though. Like, I fucking hate those, because like you click them and it's never that. That dude doesn't even appear in that video, you know? I might be skewing the data because I'm definitely not one of the cool Zoomers. Actually, never touched Snapchat. Okay. Don't use Snapchat other than to organize D&D and to send weird faces to my friends. Yeah, so people aren't like on it as like this is the most exciting, this is my favorite social media. People are like, it's there as a tool sometimes. That doesn't mean that it's like an exciting social media to use. That's not like driving Zoomer culture. That's not where you go for the hottest memes. That's TikTok. TikTok is the Zoomer social media to me. And it should be, because TikTok is fucking awesome. I don't know if Snapchat is popular or not, but it's never been my thing. Okay. Even then, I never posted on it. I just created it to have interactivity or actually going to the Snapchat. Yeah. So, again, yeah, I don't know. I'm from Alaska, and we have always... No, okay, yeah, that's fair. I always forget that as context. always notoriously 2 to 3 years behind everyone on trends. Okay, that might be part of it. Is like the social culture is like, well, we only know other Alaskans, so we're all gonna get Snapchat and only talk to each other on it. That could be it. Because I don't see it as like a driving force in Zoomer culture. When people are like, oh, Zoomer social media, Zoomers are like, oh, you use Snapchat? Cringe, bro. TikTok's where it's at. I'm a millennial and I've never had a Snapchat. See, millennials definitely use Snapchat way more than the Zoomers that I know. I never liked it, honestly. But like 7 years back or whatever, whenever it was like made, when it was like the hot thing, me and every other millennial content creator, we all had Snapchats that ill-advisedly we had open DMs on, which were awful. Because again, it had to be one of those things where I was like, okay, shutting down the open DMs because people can't be trusted. And they're terrible on this. Because they like just think the message goes away. So they can just trauma dump or something weird. I'll never forget the college theater class when we were put in groups to work on a project. And they were all like, we made a group chat on Snapchat. And I was like, The one that always got me was WhatsApp. I know that people still use that occasionally to like organize shit or stay in touch with international people so you don't use like data or whatever, because like you don't have like the same phone plan or whatever. That's one that I never got into very much. I think I used it for work when I was running. Well, we did use it for work when I was running my internet marketing firm, and that was pretty much the only time I ever used it. All the kids I work with only use it to message each other from what I've been told. Yeah, okay, so I'm talking about social media. So that's a messaging app at that point. That's not social media. I think that TikTok is like the content / social media meme place for like, that's where they go for their memes. That's where they go to like digest actual content. Snapchat is not really that anymore, as much as I can tell from like, again, a lot of the stories here in chat, and then also just like the Zoomers that I know in my personal life are like TikTok, 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 all the time. Is like way bigger, way more of the defining like Zoomer social media. So I was judged hardcore my sophomore year of college when I was doing a group project. They suggested Snapchat as a form of communication. When I said I didn't have one, they were like, what? You're missing out. How have you gone this long without having one? I used Snapchat a bit more than the Messenger app I had in high school, and it was Keek. Oh my god, freaking Keek. What a... Geek was, that was a, good god, what a cesspool of an app that was. So, do people still use that one? I have no idea. Again, I just text people that I want to text, and I use TikTok to just watch TikToks and send TikToks to friends every now and then. TikTok is pretty good too, though. I love TikTok. I think TikTok's awesome. I think TikTok is something for people of all ages. I feel like 75% of TikToks aren't funny, but the other 25% is hilarious. Yeah, you got to definitely wade through the crap. But I almost like the challenge of, like, tailoring my feed to be amazing, right? I had Keek in middle school, terrible era of my life. Oh my god, I'm pouring one out for you right now. To be fair, most of my social medias are only 2 years old. That's fair. I mean, social media is like a weird deep dive to get into, right? Very weird thing to like interact with because it opens you up to a lot of public scrutiny. It's also just like you're like, where do I start? Like, how do I get involved? Especially at this point with how long social media has been around. It was very different when it was like you were an early adopter and it was like, whoa, this Twitter thing is like brand new. I've never tried this. Might as well make an account or whatever. My first tweet from like over 10 years ago, Morgan got Twitter way before I did. My first tweet, though, is literally along the lines of, like, just got a Twitter, let's see if I ever fucking use this thing. And now I tweet, like, 75 times a day. So, like, clearly, I got it, I got into it. But, like, I got to, like, feel out, like, early Twitter. I got to, like, be like, oh, this works, this doesn't. This is what people want to hear about. This is, like, interesting as far as, like, integrating into, like, the content and promoting my content that I create and whatever. And that was really cool to figure out, but I cannot imagine starting, like, a Twitter today. Like, I to be fair, I also did make an alt account. But, again, I knew, like, the social workings of Twitter already. I knew the ins and outs of Twitter when I made the alt. But, like, starting it fresh, I can't imagine that. That's, like, deep diving into, like, a pool of sharks. It's just like, I don't know what's happening. Like, how am I supposed to keep the sharks from eating me? How am I supposed to keep myself from drowning and fight a shark at the same time? Is what it would be like to start like an Instagram account or Twitter account or like a TikTok account like today. I thought it was pronounced kick too. I did too for the longest time, and then I got made fun of mercilessly by Zoomers who were like, it's pronounced keek. And it's like, no, it's pronounced kick. It's K-I-K. And they were like, no, it's keek. And it's like, okay, well, you know better than me. I don't want to get cyberbullied into exile. I'll believe the new generation. I'm not going to fight you like newspapers try to. Oh, by the way, Morgan and I were like, oh, man, it's the Zoomers' turn now. Oh, the Zoomers, you better be ready for the media cycle that's going to farm your fake outrage, or not fake outrage, manufactured outrage clicks with intentionally inflammatory articles about you. Get ready for your news cycle time. Millennials had to go through that. We killed the napkin industry and the plastic spoon industry and blah, blah, blah. Oh, no. And then, obviously, we were too stupid to not get baited into being like, we didn't do that, like the boomers before us, like they did all this by setting up the economy to be shitty. Like, we got baited into all those fake interactions and shit, too, so don't worry, you're gonna have this happen to you as well. But we saw the trending article yesterday that was like, how Zoomers popularized and normalized the use of subtitles in things. And there were so many angry Zoomer replies that were like, yeah, bro, because, like, the fucking audio mastering on, like, Netflix movies sucks. You can't hear when people talk versus the music and stuff like that. And people were getting, like, straight up, like, angry about it. And I was like, this is just the start, baby. Get ready for it. Prep yourself. If you gotta pad yourself with your favorite reaction memes, if you gotta get, you know, just prepped in any way that you can, you know, thirst over Michael Gray Goobler, whatever his name is, from like Criminal Minds, Sebastian Stan, all those guys that Zoomers love, who are just long hair white guy, who's skinny. Like, if you gotta pad yourself with all those to get ready for this shit, it's gonna happen. I'm gonna let you know now, don't take the bait. Mainstream media is a disease at best, most of the time. They know that you're going to get pissed off. They know you're going to click the article to read it. They know you're going to react negatively to it. Don't take the bait. Don't get baited. It's like the gif from Mad Max, where Tom Hardy's like, that's bait. Like that's they're hoping. Like that everyone hates self-checkout article that's been going around. Right, like that. Like, millennials are still getting baited because we're too stupid. We were too stupid not to click chain emails back in the day. So, like, we're too stupid to not interact with that stuff. It's too late for us. I'm trying to give the warning for Zoomers here. But, like, yeah, it's very similar. Like, we get baited all the time by shit like that. Like, everyone hates self-checkouts. We get baited. The ones that bait us, that are aimed at us, are like, how this 38-year-old managed to save up for 3 houses simply by working one retail minimum wage part-time job. And it's like, it's because he was a trust fund kid and his dad made him do this for like one summer. And everyone's like, oh, it's time to be mad about the same article that's been written 7 times in the past 3 years. And it happens every time like clockwork. And I'm just like, why waste your time fighting this? Like, New York Times, they don't give a shit that you're mad at them. They're still paying their journalists. And they're like, wow, hey, Fred, great article. Really kicked the bee's nest with that one. Holy shit. We got so many interactions on that post. That was fucking awesome. Great job. Do it again. It happens every fucking time. I remember what millennials will be mad at Zoomers about. Or I wonder what millennials will be mad at Zoomers about. I honestly have no clue what we would collectively be angry about. It's because we're not a collective generation. But, I mean, it's already started. It started years ago. What the age, again, we bring this up a lot, but ageism is fucking stupid. It was designed to make us fight amongst ourselves, and it was designed to market age-specific, like, merchandise towards us. Like, don't you remember He-Man? Oh, man, I love He-Man. I'll buy all of the retro figures that they're re-releasing. Which is fine, like, if you want to do that, if that's something special to you. But, like, they bank on that, of, like, you have nostalgic memories of this. I mean, millennials have been trying to shit on Zoomers for ages. But we're incredibly fucking cringe. We have no right to do that. We need to shut the fuck up. And again, age doesn't matter. I know so many Zoomers who are more mature than millennials, and I know so many millennials who are less mature than Zoomers. And then vice versa as well. Like, it just, age has fucking nothing, almost nothing to do with that. So, master the art of seething silently. Yeah, take your copium quietly and just shut up, you know? Whenever I'm seeing something like that, I'm just like, this article can't upset me because I'm not going to read it. Right, exactly, punishment code. Exactly. I think there's already plenty of, I already see so many, like, millennials, both millennial journalists and millennials just popping off on, like, TikTok or whatever, being like, oh, Zoomers will never know what it's like to run through the grass in bare feet and not have a computer to come back home to. And it's like, and? Who the fuck cares? Like, all right, weird thing to, like, I don't know. Who cares? Who cares? At the end of the day, like, yeah, that sucks that some of them are, like, screen addicted, but, like, that's their issue to deal with. Your social commentary on that's not gonna fix fucking shit. Thought that was boomers doing that shit. Boomer, to me, is just a state of mind, honestly. Here's the thing, also. I brought this up a million times. Undeniably, as a millennial, as an elder millennial at that, someone who is, like, you know, I'm pretty old, even for a millennial. We have some of the most shit fucking cringe takes in the world. Just almost consistently. Every now and then we'll bring something up like, oh man, like as like a scene kid, like ex-scene kid, like it was cool to see this happen, and it was neat like that we helped develop this thing, and like, oh man, it's cool to see the new young generation do this. The boomerification of millennials. Yeah, because we all learned from our boomer parents to be this fucking way, right? Yo, what's up, Lucy? Welcome to the stream. Hello. But, like, boomerism is a disease of the brain. It's not an age group, in my opinion. The high elder millennial, the Girbeagly. That's me. I've been around for far too long. I shouldn't have survived as long as I did, basically. Didn't they say the same thing about millennials and TCL? Like, or yeah, in TV. Yeah, TV. I was like, what's TCL? Like, I'll have to explain that about TV. Yes. Yeah, like, oh, you're all addicted to watching TV. And now a bunch of us are. We'll sit down and we'll be like, oh, man, the only things that are on right now are, like, Big Bang Theory and, like, CSI. I've already seen all of CSI. Oh, well, whatever. Put it on in the background. And then we'll just rewatch CSI in the background for no reason. Like, there's a little bit of truth to it, but also, again, overgeneralization is a poison of the brain. That so many fucking... Every older generation is destined to shit on the younger generation, and for what? What does it actually change besides you've given yourself a fake moral platform to stand on and go, wow, we were so much better when we had dial-up internet. Yeah, man, it really taught me patience. No, it didn't. I fucking hated dial-up internet. The moment we got cable internet at my house, I was like, holy shit, how did I survive? How did I survive with that? Fuck dial-up. Fuck that shit. That was awful. I hate that shit. Like, it's awesome that we have everything at our fingertips now and that it's like instant gratification. Can be very damaging to some people's brains, but I guarantee that even without that, those people whose brains are wired to be that way are going to find ways that they become kind of crappy about stuff anyway, even without that instant gratification from an iPhone. It's not the iPhone's fault. It's weird social messaging that they've digested or something. You know, I don't know. That's the way it is. But again, my fellow millennials, if you are someone who's like, well, no, millennials aren't that bad, Brian. We invented the fucking, like, flag that you hang outside of your doorstep in, like, suburban Minnesota, where you're, like, nowhere near, like, a beach that's, like, sand life, wine time, you know, lake house. And it's like, no, you're not. You're in downtown, like, whatever. Like, we invented that was millennial culture. We did that. That's our fault. If you go to Target during Pride and you look at the Pride merch at Target and you groan and you roll your eyes, I guarantee it's because they were like, hey, this year, Target, we hired a millennial woman who has a sister who happens to be a lesbian to design these patterns this year. Like, that's what I feel like every time. I'm just like, oh god, a millennial made these. What happened here? What could have possibly have gone wrong? Instead of confronting my own feelings about aging, I'm going to pretend all young people are just bad. Right, so that's another thing, and people have pointed this out, like other millennials have pointed this out, which I think is good self-awareness if you have this. We were the first, like, not the first, because every older generation has always shit on a younger generation, but we were the first ones who existed when social media was a thing. Facebook, MySpace, Twitter, whatever. Where as we got slightly older, but we're still the youngest generation, we got to see strangers' opinions about us on the internet all over the place, constantly bombarding us about how shitty our generation was. And that gave us a complex. Yeah, we're unfairly treated just because we're young. This sucks. Oh, man. This is a good time to start forming a victim complex about age of all fucking weird things. And now that there's a younger generation coming through, and they're doing things that we might not understand, we don't approve of those things, and now we're just repeating history, or we'll see people being like, oh yeah, Zoomers, like, they suck, man, new generation, young people suck, and we're like, hey, wait, we're still young too, but we're the cool young people, we do things better than Zoomers as young people. It's like, what the fuck? Who fucking cares? Like, what a weird thing to stick your head up your own ass about. Like, you've literally just shoved your head up your own ass and you've breathed as deeply as you could. Essence of myself at that point. It's like fucking weird. Yeah, it's the not confronting your own feelings about aging. Some of us don't want to get older and we're like freaking the fuck out about it, which is a pretty natural thing. That's fine. But we don't know how to do it except shitting on people who are younger than us. Which is like, yeah, that's stupid. Give me pizza and grab my butt, head ass. I say that because I have a coworker who actually quotes that. We are the transition generation where we experience the world excelling past our ability to process it in a manner that is healthy. Yeah, that's a good way to put that, honestly. Yeah, 100% agreed with that. Like, respectfully, Janet, I need you to shut up and stop brown-nosing your own ass. Yeah. Are Zoomers not named Janet anymore? I do feel like that might have been one of those names that, like, ended its popularity with millennials as well. Janet. Janet, respectfully to any Janets here, though. You're the good Janets. Sort of like, you know, we'll always mention Karens here, but I'm sure some of you with the name Karen are lovely people here. I don't know anyone named Janet. I don't either, but I just feel like that, again, because millennial culture was like, we had parents who would have named us that, potentially. Damn it, Janet. I feel like there's gotta be a decent number of millennial Janets out there. There's gotta be. Where's the statistics on millennial Janets? Someone use Google so that advertisers have your data and they can advertise the name Janet to you, like we were talking about earlier. See, it's all come full circle, chat. Just a ruse. My Google overlords, because I'm a YouTuber. My Google overlords have tasked me with tricking you to use Google so that all of your data gets sold to Google. And now you're going to get those, like, vanity license plate that says Janet. I'm named after my great-grandma, but that's for cultural reasons, and it's 1,000% an old lady name. Yeah, that's fair. Those, like, family names are very powerful things, especially if they come from, like, sort of, like you said, like a cultural background. I had a teacher named Janet, and a girl a few years younger look at that haircut and tell me they aren't a Karen. I thought you said Jenna from the other room, and I was like, you don't know any Jennas? I know so many Jennas. I went to college with a ton of Jennas, where we had to, like, call them, like, Jenna B, because, like, there were so many Jennas, and we had to, like, abbreviate their last name. I work with an older woman at work named Karen, and she is seriously one of the sweetest people I've ever met, and talking to her is a true pleasure. I mean, it's one of those situations where the only Karens that get offended by Karen statements are the bad Karens, right? The good Karens know that we're not talking about them. If you're a YouTuber but also a Twitch streamer, do Google and Amazon battle for custody? Yeah, I see Amazon most of the week, and then Google only sees me on the weekends. It's been kind of rough. It's a broken home. What can you say? Susan, Linda, Margaret, Carol, Patricia, Mary, Elaine, Karen, Helen. See, I knew everyone with a name in that list except for a Carol. And your sweet, lovely mod. That's true. We have a sweet, lovely mod named Jenna here. So don't you dare make fun of the name Jenna, chat. Because there's someone with a very sharp, pointy mod sword here who will destroy you. In 2021, there was only 92 baby girls named Janet. 1 out of every 19,000 baby girls born in 2021 were named Janet. Okay, but I wanted millennial stats. But that is wild. So, like, yeah, Janet is a dying name for this generation. That doesn't surprise me. I bet there were way more Janets born in, like, the mid to the mid 80s to, like, mid 90s or whatever. I knew a Margaret as a kid. Yeah, I knew a Margaret as a kid. My mom's name is Margaret. There's a Margaret right there. Older names are coming back into fashion with new children. Really? Wait, are we getting, like, children named, like, Ethel? Please tell me. That would be so funny. Hello, Ethel. Yo, what's up, J. Ray Green? Welcome to the stream. Well, we're talking about, like, old people names that are coming back with Gen Alpha now. That's what Google gave me. I sold my soul, and that is how much. That's how you thank me. Well, but you looked up the wrong info. That would be like, man, I could really use like a nice cool glass of water right now, and you like brought me like a hot dog. I'd be like, oh, thanks, I guess this is good, but it's now I'm just thirstier. Hello, ethyl alcohol. Jenna is my mother's name. Oh my gosh. When I hear Jenna, I think about, I'm not going to your fucking baby shower. People are still having kids. Nothing against kids, but in this economy, yeah, I'm like, oh, bold move, bold choice. I mean, we have pregnant members of the community right now. But I salute you. It's clearly something you really wanted, and I genuinely hope it goes very, very well for you. We actually have a lot of parents in our community, which is kind of dope. There are name specialists, and they look at censuses from years past, like the 1930s, to help white people give people the name Esther. I Googled how many millennials are named Janet. You gotta look at those Google search results for longer, so they have more time to collect your data and give you the right results. When I was volunteering at a middle school last summer, there was a little girl named Milady with a comma and everything. Oh my god. Her parents were Redditors. That's the worst kind of parent. I'm a parent. Yes, you are, Phoenix, and we love that for you. You have very cute stories to share. I love it. I love when you share kid stories, honestly. We have a lot of really good, I mean, obviously I don't know any of you personally, but like, from the stories that you share, a lot of them are very cute, and I have a lot of faith in your kids. They're the next generation. They're the next generation that hopefully will not be afraid to live as themselves and, further progress in the world and make a difference in, like, their own personal ways that it will be cool to see. I really, really, really love the idea of, like, the next generation can always be better. I really fucking hate the ageism shit that goes on. I think it's just so silly and stupid and doesn't help anyone. Again, it's just like a way of, like, morally high grounding for no real reason. So I love when kids are like, I have this dream to do this, or like, I was affected by this thing, and maybe it's like, oh, cool, whatever, our generation, millennials, we discovered that. Like, who cares? It's awesome to see, like, this new generation come up and hopefully have good outlooks and perspectives and ideals and stuff. That's fucking cool. That's awesome. I hope that they make a difference. They had an earlier start than a lot of us. They get, like, more of that shit out of their system or into their system, whichever way it needs to be, like, sooner. I love that. I'm gonna name my kid Neckbeard. Oh god. Oh my god. The next result was boomers. Oh boy. May I ask, what do you think about Elon Musk's child, the weird one with the, like, formula name? It's a fucking stupid gimmick. Everything Elon Musk is a fucking stupid gimmick. There at the end. Elon Musk bros are very weird people. I think that he's, like, a pretty shitty dude. He's definitely, the way that people, like, look at it, he's one of the reasons that we're, like, eat the rich. Because all the shit that he does is, like, maybe not by itself egregiously horrible, but then when you think of all the good he could be doing in the world instead of being, like, an internet troll douchebag dickface, fuck that dude. Fuck him, fuck his whole family who still wants to be involved with him. Like, fuck him. That's all I got to say about it. His kid, I feel bad for the kid because the kid doesn't get to choose that. I feel bad for that kid until that kid grows up into a spoiled, very rich baby. But there's also, like, members of his family who have, like, his other children who have, like, emancipated themselves from him. So, you know how it be. Been following a TikTok of a mom with a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old who uses gentle parenting, and they're the sweetest, most understanding kids I've seen. Just so nice to see these young kids being taught bodily autonomy and respect and everything at such a young age. We need more of that. Boundary setting, things like that. Like, really, really great. Not just so that kids know what's, like, wrong when they see it, but also so that they can, like, respectfully stick up for themselves and go, like, hey, that's not okay that you did that thing. And do it in a way that lets them, like, set that with confidence. I fucking love that. That's awesome. That's cool to hear about. Elongated muskrat, my detested, exactly. Saw a picture of him that said, she's built like a deep breath. Fucking Elon Musk meme. The Elon Musk memes are more pleasant to look at than he is. I will say that. So, wait, why can't I... My eyes just completely defocused for some reason. I don't know why. I'm so sorry. They're on my FYP page all the time. I will send you all the vids I find now, Corey. Oh, that's the Corey. Okay. That's awesome. That's cool. So multiple people know about that? That's cute. That's adorable. I love that. More of that, please. More of that. Boundary setting is good. Being considerate is good. Teaching kids that stuff at a young age is awesome. And obviously kids can only absorb so much, and it's going to only be to, like, a certain level. But the fact that, like, you even start that conversation, and even if you don't set it as, like, an end-all be-all expectation, the fact that you're even trying to have those conversations with kids, it's just really sweet. It's really good. I love that. Good shit. The 2-year-old is named Jonah, and the 4-year-old is Carter, and they are literally the cutest kids ever. That's adorable. I love that. Jonah and Carter. Wow. What names? Jonah's a pretty old school name. I mean, there's like Jonah Hill, but, like, you know. Overall, it's got a lot of history behind it. I think whales, like, are not the most fond of it, right? Trying so hard to teach them. Teenagers. Teenagers are... I salute you, and I am so sorry. At the same time. Teenagers are that crossroads of I have unlimited autonomy because I think I do. But they're also struggling with the awkwardness of, like, I want to find my identity, but I don't really know how to talk about it yet. I have all these feelings and I don't have the words for them, so it's pretty rough, I'm sure. Good luck. So, recently followed a mom that's on the autism spectrum, and her kids are as well, and she shares a lot of her thoughts, and it's all in a no bullshit attitude. I love it. Yeah, I mean, straightforward and blunt is sometimes the way to go. Everyone's going to come up with it. Like, we're not commentating on, like, what's right and what's wrong with, like, parenting for sure. Because I think things work differently for every single person. There's sets of circumstances and things that, like that, things that you can't predict, etc. Everyone comes from different backgrounds, you name it. So it's cool to hear that there's, like, that's another thing that I really fucking love, again, on, like, TikTok, is, like, people can share their very unique perspectives and then find out that it's not as unique as they think and that it's actually pretty relatable. And I love that. I think that's really cool. I'm going to head to bed. Undead, take care. Get some good rest. Thank you so much for hanging out. Enjoyed the pressure washing. I'm glad. I'm very, very glad. This game is, like, again, instant serotonin for me. It's so easy for me to just, like, vibe with it. Have talks like this. And everyone's always, again, so respectful, so cool about these conversations. Just talking about whatever. It's fun. It's a good time tonight. So, she follows Montessori, which is about following the child in their development. She uses respectful, gentle parenting. And, like, they're still kids, but she's very honest about how it's always, not always going to, easy to go against how she was raised. Very healing to see. Yeah, that's cool that she's very open-minded. Morgan was, a Montessori kid for a bit. So we're very familiar with Montessori stuff. Morgan's told me so many stories about that. So cool. She lets them figure things out on their own, mostly so she can build confidence. Yeah, which is so important in kids, because a lot of kids will be taught lessons, but they won't be taught the confidence simultaneously to it. So that's wonderful to hear that they're getting that sort of like multi-directional approach with all that. All the building blocks. She asks them questions that lead to them problem solving on their own. Yeah, that's another thing too, is like instead of, like sometimes giving that assist is good. Giving the answer is good so that you don't like frustrate too much, but also obviously setting up like obtainable challenges. Pretty fucking cool to see, right? Finally did it. I finally beat Evil Professor Oak on Pokecatcher on Discord. Let's go, Naray. I've been watching you try to beat Evil Professor Oak for ages, it feels like, over on the Discord. Hate it when other parents in public and or families try to parent other people's kids. Yeah, that's like super scummy, right? It's like, that's not your business. You come from different backgrounds. You come from different sets of circumstances. It's like, it's not your, you can give your opinion, but literally no one has to fucking listen to you. Tagging you in 5 of these vids, probably 1 is okay. I'll definitely take my own time to like look through the channel though. That's cool. Sorry for everyone who sees me blow up bot bullshit. I mean, if you are smart, you will turn off push notifications for bot bullshit on the Discord server. If you're someone who's just been suffering through that silently, being like, is there a way to turn it off? I'm too scared to ask. There is a way to turn off push notifications specifically for that channel. But why? Don't do that to yourself. Don't fucking do that. It's so much noise. It's so much noise on bot bullshit. I love it, though. It's a fun place to spend time. Montessori is cool and all, but I have something against it because I went to Montessori school and it sucked, and one of the teachers got arrested after I left for indecent liberties that weren't all that indecent. I mean, that... I hope that you've reasoned with yourself and realized that, yeah, that sucks that that happened at a Montessori school, but that wasn't Montessori directly doing that. That was your unique situation. So, always something to remember instead of us overgeneralizing about stuff. Because, again, everyone's going to have different backgrounds and experiences with stuff that shape their unique perspectives, of course, but trying to decouple your subjective, unique experience from something that is a little bit more widespread experienced is always important, too. Because Morgan went to Montessori and did not have those issues. Not comparing parenting to management, but I apply some of those things like hand over hand and encouraging self-correction. Yeah, I mean, a lot of it is like, parenting is sort of like the natural way of like utilizing a lot of those skills of, it is kind of just like management in a lot of ways of you're in charge of someone who doesn't know as much as you, so you're doing your best to help that person. But yeah, I get it. Yeah, it's a very different thing still at the end of the day. A few things I've learned from Parent TikTok when helping with some of the student issues I face at work. It's been fun to see how happy or safe they feel when I say things that they can understand and grasp. Absolutely. Yeah, because that's another thing too, is you never know like their home situations. Like they might not get positive reinforcement or encouragement there. I mean, I dealt with that a lot when I was a psych counselor for teens. Is like when I was doing psych counseling, most of them were from environments where they did not get like that positive reinforcement. They only had communication when something bad was happening or something that, you know, wasn't approved of. So the only time they associated communication with adults was, oh, something bad's about to happen, something negative is about to happen. So positive reinforcement is just as important, if not more important, to like build up those trust systems and to make sure that kids are feeling that early appreciation and feeling that like, oh, hey, I need to, I don't need to do a specific thing, but like if I do a specific thing, it will like result in like a good thing, you know, or I have a higher likelihood of a good thing happening. So yeah. Breaks my heart and enrages me when I hear about teachers' parents that are just willfully ignorant to the needs of their kids. Right. And, like, I get it as well. Like, oh, my God. Gee, but it's Christmas. Yo, Ira, thank you for your Prime. I appreciate that. Thank you. First resub in a while, right? It's good to have you back. Thank you so much for the Prime. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for using your Prime. 19 months. No, you only get one of those a month. Thank you for using it here. That's dope of you. You're a good bot? Yeah, Siri is a good bot. SiriBot is wonderful. I definitely have like a lot more peace of mind since... It's funny because Corey was like, you don't have Siri coupled with your channel. And I was like, yeah, I added it like a long time ago. And they were like, no, I don't see it in the chat though. And I was like, yeah, but I clicked the button that said to like join the channel, and it joined the channel. And then Corey was like, you have to go and like do these steps. And I was like, holy shit, I had no idea. So thank you, Corey, again, for professional full-time streamer here, by the way. Not even knowing how to set that up right. But yeah, we now have Siri is fantastic. Siri is very good bot. Fortunately, a lot of institutions can call their school Montessori without following a lot of the guidelines or teaching of the creator because she never trademarked her name, which has pros and cons, obviously. Yeah, it's sort of like franchising a Subway, right? You're going to go to some Subways that you're like, wow, this is the best sub I've ever had in my life. That's crazy that a franchise did this. And then you're going to go to some Subways where it's like, oh my God, they put actual like dirt from the street into these. One of the biggest lies I've learned about kids, especially toddler-age kids, is how they are portrayed in movies and TV, especially older movies. Oh, yeah, absolutely. A lot of kids already have the capacity to understand things from a very young age, and they barely start out as the bratty, loud crybabies you see in media. If a child feels happy, content, and safe, they can barely ever make a fuss. Yeah, and obviously there's always going to be exceptions to that, and there's going to be, again, unique experiences that shape that are like, you know, going to vary with mileage, essentially. But yeah, I have to say, especially from like working with teens, you know, I worked with like teens as young as 13 years old when I was in psych counseling, and a lot of them were just unbelievably grown up and mature about things and understood things that when I was 13, I was like, I thought about this shit, but I didn't ever have to talk about it. But seeing these kids talk about it, you do understand, like, I think a lot of us probably had that capacity back then. It's just we weren't called on to use it. So, yeah, always so interesting to see. Media is always going to exaggerate stuff, too. I mean, media is always a bad barometer of, like, how people really are. Because the majority of media is incredibly fictionalized. So, someone who works in the industry can confirm. I love the Subway analogy. Yeah, it's just one of those things where, like, it always sucks when you hear about systems that are set up that way, because just one shitty, you know, apple in the bushel, right, kind of thing, type scenario, where it's like, oh no, but I know so many people who had like a good experience with that, and like I've only heard like 2 bad stories or whatever, and yeah, I don't know. Give me 1 second, Lucky Lavender, just because this is kind of long. Let me read in my brain quick. Learn the hard way? Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's something that, like, discipline is definitely necessary in context. But it needs to be handled very carefully. And again, just as someone who literally, you know, was a psych counselor and studied this stuff for a very long time, too much of any one thing can definitely be very detrimental to the development of kids. It can set up foundations for thought processes, self-image, whatever, forever and ever and ever and ever. And it's rough. So, yeah, balance and understanding. Yeah, those are good ways to describe it for sure. By the way, people in chat who bet that I was going to finish this during the stream, how are we feeling right now? Got some Gerbesses coming in here about how soon I'm going to finish this, because those of you who predicted, for whatever reason, that you thought I was going to finish this during this stream that I warned you was going to be a short stream tonight. How you feeling right now? Feeling a little bit nervous? Feeling like maybe your gambling addiction might have led you a bit astray here. Might have made you make some decisions that were not super educated or well informed. I'm confident in my gambling. Well, Morgan is ready to stream, so your confidence doesn't really mean much. I know we all want to be the main character anime protagonist who's like, power of friendship and determination will win the day. But it's not going to work this time. 56% is where we stop. Can't lose the game if you don't play. Fair. It's the big brain move. Can't lose what you didn't bet. But then where's the excitement? Where's the flavor in your life, you know? Where's that gone to? All right, chat, thanks for joining me for an early chill streamy here. Doing some Power Wash on a Wednesday. When was the last time I played Power Wash, and when was the last time I was here on a Wednesday? Again, sorry that I wasn't able to join on Saturday or Monday, but that's why I did this stream. I hope that it was fun. Look forward to more stuff Thursday, Friday, Saturday, you name it. Lots more streams coming up. This Sunday, I don't know if I can release what this is about yet, but this Sunday I do have a sponsored stream. Something that we've done before, but very excited for that. So we have another sponsored stream this time on Sunday. So keep an eye out for that. It's not for Factor. Holy shit, we have 18 signups for Factor now? Since when? Holy crap, that helps out a ton. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you very, very much. I hope you enjoy your Factor meals. I've really been enjoying them. Morgan and I literally just ate Factor right before the stream. It was great. 2 more. Yeah, 2 more. I didn't see that before. Thank you. Very sweet. Very nice, supportive. Again, that takes a lot of weight. With the way the world is right now, that helps out so much more than I think people realize. Thank you very much for supporting the streams. Again, sub count, whatever, those types of things, I don't really keep an eye on them as much. I know that the counter's always up there, but that's more for the community to keep track of, and it's kind of fun. But, like, those signups, that helps a shit ton. Thank you very, very much. Really cool of you. Amazon Prime watch party? For Sunday? I don't know. Maybe. Have a lovely day, night, all. This is great timing because I need to run now. Well, we're going to, those of you who can stick around, we're going to be raiding over to Morgan, so please stick around for that. We're going to be doing an offline raid so that she can start off with some active viewers. Those of you who have to go, thank you so much for hanging out here. We appreciate you a ton. But Morgan's about to go live as well, so please be nice. She is fantastic. My incredible, amazing partner. I would not be where I'm at without her. Do you think if I text Factor that a famous influencer sent me, they'll send me dessert? I wish. All right, chat. I'm going to start the raid now. Thank you so much to all of you for being here on a random ass Wednesday. Thank you so much for the followers. Thank you for the bits. Thank you for the sub that came through. Appreciate anyone who supports the channel. Thank you to the people who signed up for Factor. Like, holy moly, that's really cool. Thank you for your time. Whether you chatted or you just vibed in the background and lurked during this very sleepy Wednesday stream. Really appreciate having you here. I know that I normally don't stream on Wednesdays, so a lot of people are probably like, what the fuck? Brian was live. What the hell? Those of you who came, I hope that you had a good time. Again, we always just talk about, like, the most... I don't know. We have, like, really fascinating sort of off the beaten path of what we normally talk about conversations on Power Wash streams. And I fucking love that. We do that with House Flipper too. So more of that very soon, I promise. Because I like to just delve into whatever. I like to go on rants. I like to ramble. I like to talk with you guys and pick your brains and see what you think about the world as well. It's cool to have multiple perspectives come in and help me open my eyes to different things as well. All of you are fantastic. Like, thank you. Anyway, thank you so much. I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, night, whatever it may be for you. You guys are the best in the world. I love every single one of you so very much. I really, really do. Finger hearts as usual. Please be amazing to Morgan. I love her so much. Please go support the crap out of her. See you guys tomorrow. Doing more Stray most likely tomorrow. We'll try to finish it. So, goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.